Alright guys, oh my god, for a second I panicked a bit, but alright guys, and welcome back to a brand new live stream on the Crypto Geek channel. It is a really exciting day because today we have, oh my god, this might be a bit loud. We have finally achieved, or are going to achieve, one of the biggest and most impactful things in the SEC vs. Ripple lawsuit. Now before we get started, if you guys could just type 1 so you can hear me, so I know that the audio is working fine, that would be amazing. Okay, it should be working though fine now. Alright, so today is the SEC vs. Ripple lawsuit. And before we get started, smash the like button so we can spread this all over the news and everywhere. The SEC vs. Ripple lawsuit is not based on just trying to achieve the goal of Ripple getting, or XRP getting declared a non-security. What we are doing is, in the Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit, is changing the whole cryptocurrency environment and the industry, or whatever you want to call it. And this is by officially making most cryptocurrencies that are utility-based a non-security, which means there would be a cryptocurrency. So, that being said, today's lawsuit is based on the motion to quash, or the SEC's motion to quash, the disposition of William H. Hinman, which we are trying to, as the Ripple team, or not me, but the Ripple team, subpoena. The Ripple team is trying to subpoena him to bring him into court and ask him questions relative to why is Ethereum not a security, or whatever you call it, a cryptocurrency, as William H. Hinman once said in public, and XRP not a cryptocurrency, even though they follow the exact same, methods. They've done the same thing in terms of offerings, but why is one not a security and the other one a security in the mind of the SEC? So this is why this specific discovery hearing is very important, and we will also see the impact this actually has on the price of XRP. Currently, the price of XRP is 59 cents, we can say, USD. And at the same time here, we are going to give you guys live on, as it comes, updates, because, as you guys know, you are not allowed to officially rebroadcast the actual sounds. So I'm going to summarize it to you guys in my best of, ways of summarizing. That being said, guys, drop a follow on my Twitter, and I also opened a Discord here, which is linked down in the description. So join my Discord, guys. I want everybody to go ahead and join the Discord here. Let's try and we can maybe, whoops. Okay, join my Discord right here. We're going to make this the biggest XRP Discord to ever exist. On right now, guys, we also have a crypto analyst. Also, the guy that I work with is going to be with us. So we're going to bring him on the call and see what he thinks of this very important crypto SEC vs. Ripple hearing that is actually happening today at 3 p.m. What does he think? Let's give him a call.
Hello.
Good morning. Hello. I think your voice should be fine.
Okay, that sounds good. Can everybody hear me okay? I hope so. All right. So thank you for joining this stream. I'm happy to be here with you discussing the latest and the greatest on this discovery hearing that we're due to hear about in the coming couple of hours. Only about 2 hours ago, guys, even less than 2 hours before we actually start with the discovery hearing. So big news there. I know the price is a bit scary right now, but don't you worry. What happens in the discovery hearing is really going to be the determinant of how the price of XRP is going to react over the coming probably weeks. Okay. So with that said, let's get right into it and start talking about what has been happening over the last couple of days. Time left for hearing, please. It's about an hour and 45 minutes before the hearing begins. So we still have a bit of time, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to share those questions on the live stream right now, and we can discuss the answers to whatever questions you have in relevance to crypto. So what is this live stream and relevant? What is this discovery hearing in relevance to? And why is it such an important discovery hearing? I'll tell you that in a second. But if you have not clicked that like button, please click that like button as soon as you can. I'm just going to do a bit of an update here on the title as well. Okay, guys, just bear with me here. Just doing some adjustments. Okay, so we're starting to get back in business, getting things set up again. I apologize, guys, if you're here. It's 6 p.m., so the timing of the actual discovery hearing is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what we're doing. I'm just doing a bit of an adjustment on the title of this video. Guys, if you've not clicked that like button, please click that like button. So let's talk about why we're having this discovery hearing, what's the reason for it, and its significance for the Ripple versus SEC case. This is a very significant and very important discovery hearing. In fact, it could be one that really makes the decision as to how either Ripple or the SEC team are at a much bigger advantage heading into the trial phase of this case, this lawsuit. Remember, the end of August 31st, we end the first part of discovery. So we only have about a month and a half before the first part of discovery ends. And really, the information that comes out over the next couple of days, even today, in the next couple of hours, in these discovery hearings, is really going to be the determinant as to who succeeds in this court case, the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. And looking like up to this point, Ripple has done quite well. But remember, any hurdle can really be, again, a detrimental and a big decision maker as to how this court case proceeds. So we're looking at a very, very big discovery hearing today. And what is this discovery hearing in relevance to? It's Hinman, the previous, one of the previous leaders of the SEC. Particularly, they are trying to subpoena or question him because of his position on various cryptos. More specifically, the one that everybody talks about is about Ethereum. So he's made some public statements about Ethereum. Those statements could really harm the SEC quite significantly in this court case. He's made it clear that Ethereum is not a security, so similar to the previous chairman who's filed the lawsuit. That it's not a security, so we'll see. He's gonna be a question. Now, I think what's happening is the judge right now, she wants to be clear as to why they need to see him in person. Why can't they just use the depositions or his statements as evidence rather than having to bring him in? And Ripple is really going to have to prove to the court why they need to question why they need to question Hinman himself, and why can't they take those statements that he said and just say, bring them up in court as statements? So really, this is a big decision. Now, and as many have mentioned, we expect an actual decision today. We expect a decision to be made today. So we'll see what happens over the next little while. Crypto, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, I'll have you take over for a second.
All right, sounds good. All right, guys. So as you guys already know, in terms of the actual SEC versus Ripple lawsuit here, there was somebody, and I was reading a lot of comments that were saying, for example, what would happen if we decide not to, or the judge decides not to go ahead and actually reveal what's going to happen. Because if you guys know already, this lawsuit, in terms of actual like for example, in terms of if the judge decides to allow them to subpoena or not subpoena, is going to make a major difference, because if the judge allows them, then they're going to be able to basically get the answer of the lawsuit. I don't know how they say it, but through William Hinman's words. For example, here, if two things are similar, or are the same in this case, or similar, and I go ahead and ask you, because you're somebody that says no, they're not similar, and I go ahead and ask you, okay, well, don't you think that, for example, if we're talking about coffee, 2 brands of coffee, but don't you think they're grinded the same? Isn't one of them grinded? Yes. He's gonna say yes. Isn't one of them, for example, the same boldness as the other? He's gonna say yes. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna ask him, okay, then what's different? They're exactly the same, and you've just said that they're the same. What is different? Why are you saying that one is not the same as the other? So they're basically gonna make him get what they want out of him without them saying it. And that's just going to show to the court clearly that they're just saying that Ripple and Ethereum, or XRP and Ethereum, are not the same just for the hell of saying it. They're not because they actually have factual information that, they're saying it because, oh no, one did an offering and the other one didn't, or, one did this and the other one didn't. No, they're just saying it for the fact that they just want to say it. Or, like many people have said, because they have some type of benefit from saying one Ethereum is, not a security. They have a benefit from saying that rather than saying XRP has security. And this would on its own show a conflict of interest, because you are not allowed to do that. So, as we said, guys, this is going to be major. Now, if the judge decides to delay the answer, and I was reading this in general, I was reading, I think, Jeremy Hogan's, where he's tweeted about it and said, this whole, idea of Ripple and the SEC court hearing is something that is weird, because he said if the judge was to fully agree with Ripple and to bring in Hinman, then they wouldn't even need to go ahead and do this telephonic conference. But the fact that they are means that the judge doesn't fully agree with the idea of the William Hinman getting dispositioned, or subpoenaed in this case. But the truth is that maybe the like my fellow colleague said as well, the judge wants the idea that if you are using based on factual information that William Hinman already sent out to public, why would you need to go ahead and bring him into court? Why not just use his statements? And this is what Ripple's going to try and argue by saying, yes, some things are public. We've got a chunk that are public, but there are a lot of things that are not said to public that we can possibly get him to answer to, and that will change the whole, case as a whole, because new information is going to come out of the SEC, intel. How did it go? He says by D. Daniel. The lawsuit has not started yet. It will be starting on later today. So Sharpshooter says, he says, just remember that Gary Gensler has to reply to the Congresswoman's letter on how the SEC can oversee the crypto realm. This letter might be more important to the case in my opinion. So the idea is, this is one of the major things that can change the rule of this case. Not only that, guys, there are a lot of things that play into account for this SEC versus Ripple case. Like Sharpshooter said, the whole idea of, regulation on cryptocurrencies. Because again, if Ripple or XRP in this case is a cryptocurrency, then regulation is going to also apply on Ripple or XRP. So obviously, pandemic created to change world control and financial theft. If you guys have any questions, make sure you guys go ahead and smash that like button and comment your questions down below. We'll be able to actually bring that crypto analyst later on today and see what he has to say about this lawsuit. So smash that like button. Let's get 40 likes, guys. Let's get 40 likes. make sure you follow me on Twitter, Crypto Geek News, and like this tweet right here, and join my Discord. All the links for everything are down below. All right, now going on to our next topic. I'm not sure if you guys heard about this, but did you guys hear about Google possibly partnering with Ripple? I know this is something that few people made videos on, but it is actually a very possibility in which, you know, Google actually came out and said they were going to partner with a virtual currency that is that has some type of base in Tokyo. Also, Apple planning to invest in the cryptocurrency market, Bitcoin to be specific. Let's see what else there is for XRP. So, in general, guys, today's court hearing, what we're looking for is hopefully we get the judge to agree to bring in William Hinman. That would be amazing. We will, and that will actually, that's the funny part, that will actually change the whole, you know, game for Ripple. And we'll see a price impact, obviously, probably instantly, because bringing in William Hinman is something that's going to like change again this lawsuit. So let's see, we get okay, this is interesting. So I was having actually a look, and I was looking at you know, Ben Armstrong. I'm not sure if you know him. Also known as BitBoy. So, BitBoy was who? Let's look at him in the past here. BitBoy was saying in the past that, you know, XRP was a very bad crypto. In terms of, he said XRP is not centralized. That's what they're saying. Now the catch here is that, so okay, let's go back a bit because I think I'm fast forwarding too much here. Okay. In the past, let's say about 6 months ago, we had BitBoy make a video that was talking about XRP was never going to win. XRP is going to lose. There's no way XRP can make it against the government. XRP is centralized. You know, all of these things talking bad about XRP. He, I think at one point said we're all, I don't even know the exact word, but something that sounded like we're all losers if you invest in XRP. Things like that. Now, look at him. I wish I can find the actual, I can't remember where the actual clip was. I'll probably try and find it for you guys. Now, look at what he has to say. He actually made a few videos now on XRP. With one of his main videos being XRP Army Assemble. With one of his main videos being XRP is going to win the lawsuit. Not only had he made this, but he actually said XRP was getting integrated into central banks. With he says his inside sources have told him that XRP is actually being put into banks right now, and that there is a major chance we are going to see XRP skyrocket in terms of price and value very soon. And let's get my colleague to come back in the call and see what he has to think about this crazy news. Oops. All right. Okay, there we go.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello. All right, we're back, and I'm super excited. Thank you, everybody, for joining this live stream. We have a lot going on today. Obviously, the big thing on everybody's mind right now is the damn court hearing. What is going to happen? What is happening? Why is it there? When are we going to start live streaming it? So the court hearing starts in about an hour and a half, an hour and 28 minutes to be exact. We will start giving you a minute by minute, second by second update as to how this court hearing is going. We will be summarizing what we hear on the phone and bringing it right to you live. So if you're in this live stream, please click that like button. You need to click that like button to help support us, and we really appreciate it. And please click subscribe. If you're new to this channel, make sure your notifications are on. Also, if you could reshare, retweet, hashtag the live stream information on your Twitter. It's Crypto Geek News. You'll see the tag. Just restream it, guys, or retweet it. It really makes the biggest difference for us, and we appreciate everything that you do. Now, let's get into what this discovery hearing is going to be all about. This discovery hearing is about actually bringing forward Mr. Hinman, a previous, high-up person in the SEC, and Ripple trying to question him basically in relevance to this court hearing. So this is a very big deal. The reason it's a big deal, first of all, is in regards to the notion for lack of fair notice, which is a notion that Ripple has been fighting very strongly. And up to this point, Ripple has been thankfully winning this notion for lack of fair notice. In fact, they've won multiple things, including the ability to access internal documents between the SEC members, which include Hinman himself. So now, why is this? Why did the Judge Netburn particularly ask for a court hearing and not just accept this notion that was sent by Ripple? The reason is you have to remember there has to be a legitimate and valid reason that you need to question him particularly. So if Ripple saying we need to ask him because he's made statements in relevance to Ethereum, what the judge is going to perhaps bring up to and notify Ripple is if those statements are public, just use the statements and use those as your arguing points. Why do you need to bring him for further questioning? And Ripple's really going to have to bring forward a reason beyond what just his statements. So they're going to have to say, we need to find out more about what he's thinking about XRP, for example, because he's not made any clear public statements about XRP. So that really starts to validate the reason for him to be questioned. So this is really what Ripple is going to be fighting with hand and teeth in this discovery court hearing that we're about to bring forward to you in the next hour and 25 minutes or so.
What do you believe is the importance of this whole hearing? Is it like any other ordinary hearing that we've seen? Because
I think this court hearing is really going to be a big determinant into what happens with Ripple overall. I think it's going to help us determine what's going to happen with this court case. Because really, if the SEC really fails in this discovery hearing, as they have failed in various other discovery hearings, we've seen them lose one after another after another. If they lose this one, they really are cornered right now. Because Hinman, if he gets questioned, he really has two options as to how he responds. If he's going to be questioned about Ethereum and his position on Ethereum, they're going to ask him, really, is Ethereum a security? And for him to negate himself, he's made it clear in various newscasts, public, that have been recorded that Ethereum is not a security. So if he goes this time to say that Ethereum is a security, then really he's tricked investors. So SEC that's supposed to be there to protect investors has somebody within their own realms tricking the investors. So he can't really say that Ethereum is not a security because he's tricked so many people into thinking Ethereum is a security based on his own personal I'm not even going to say personal statements, own statements on behalf of the SEC. When Hinman goes out and says on a news station, which he has made very clear in public, we believe that Ethereum is not a security. Who's the we? Is the we your family? Is the we your grandma and yourself? Or is the we you and your wife? Is the we you and your kids? Obviously, no. When you work for the SEC and you say we, you represent the organization that you work for. So he's made it clear that we represents the SEC. And this is him while he is in his position as a leading person within the SEC. Now, if he goes out to say Ethereum is not a security, which revalidates his initial position, he did say we, exactly. So when he goes out, if he goes to say, yeah, I believe that Ethereum is a security, is not a security, then really what the next stage of questioning is going to be, and And I've said this multiple times. The next stage of question is going to be comparing Ethereum to XRP. And what that's going to make clear to the judge is that really Ethereum is more of a security than XRP. So how could you go out and say XRP is a security if you made it very clear to yourself that Ethereum is not a security? So really you start to contradict yourself and you make your statements like you are biased, which is the case. These guys within the SEC are biased towards Ethereum because they have personal gain, which is conflict of interest, and you get into a whole slew of other things. His only way out, really, out of this whole thing, if Hinman gets questioned, and that's why this is very significant, is, you know, if this discovery hearing goes through, his only way out is to say, look guys, look, I believe that Ethereum is not a security. Okay, that he's made clear, and he reaffirms it. We're done with that. The next part he's going to say is, I never said that XRP was a security, and this is a true fact. He's not the one that filed the lawsuit, right? He's not the one that filed the lawsuit. He's going to so his way out is to say, I don't think XRP is a security either. I never said it was. Which really is a destructive statement to the SEC.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That's
yeah, that's very, very, very bad for the SEC. If you have a person within your higher ranking, a person that was in a position when you're saying that XRP was a security, and he says, I never said XRP was a security, then really he's defending himself, first of all, because he's never said anything wrong, and really he really is not the one that filed this lawsuit. And at the same time, though, he's really playing it with XRP, with Ripple. And remember, Ripple, you've seen a lot of lawyers bring this up. Ripple has been prepared to question Hinman from day one, which means they have something either on him or they've seen something that signals that he's not really against XRP, being a non-security. Perhaps they might even now have documents from internally from the SEC that say, Hinman was against this lawsuit. We don't know that. We haven't received those documents, have not been public. And you're seeing a lot of sealed documents going between the court and the SEC and the court and the SEC and the court, or Ripple and the court. So we don't know what actually happened. But they could have documents, for all we know, that prove that Hinman was against filing this lawsuit, which would make Hinman's position in saying that, you know what, I never said XRP was security, an even stronger position. And that way he's defending for himself. He doesn't work for the SEC anymore. So really what happens to the SEC, for all he cares, could burn to the ground. It wouldn't make a difference to him because he works for a different organization now, right? So it doesn't impact his job. It doesn't make money off the SEC. So right now his main priority is going to be protecting his livelihood.
Very valid points stated right there, guys. I also want to quickly mention to make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's get all the way to 70 likes, guys. And if you are brand new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter, Crypto Geek News, and join the Discord, which is also linked down below.
And you want to be super helpful, and we really appreciate it. It takes a lot of effort, more than people can probably tell and know, in order to set up these live streams and speak and discuss these things. It takes time from the day, and you have to sometimes put things to the side. So please support us. Retweet the Crypto Geek News. Share the link on your Twitters. Let's get as many people on this live stream. And like I said, in only about an hour and 18 minutes now, we're going to be going live exactly as to, minute by minute what's happening in this court hearing. I'll keep you up to date as I have always done. And if you really want to be an extra super supporter like Sharpshooter, our good friend here, you can click that join button. I think it donates like $3 or something like that. So we really appreciate it, and it makes all the difference for us. So if you want to be a big supporter and you want to do that's much appreciated. Otherwise, click that like button. How many likes are we at right now?
I think like 50 or so.
50 likes, 64 likes. We have 136 people active in the chat. Let's get this to at least 100 likes, guys, and we'll continue to talk. If you have any questions moving forward, sorry, Jico, just listening, not ignoring you, mate. Yeah, Oh yeah, it's hard sometimes to follow with the chat and talk about, specific questions and answer, but we'll try to stay as active on the chat as we can. So it's burned to prevent inflation and DDoSing hack. It's a
I
little
think
way.
they're talking about a different crypto.
Okay.
That being said, again, for example, pre this conference, a lot of people were talking about settlements. Oh my God, Ripple versus SEC is going to settle. Where has that gone? Now we're starting to see a lot less settlements. We're actually getting people now discussing the idea of they're probably just going to keep on fighting it until we see a win or a loss for either side. Now, the real question is, what's happening with the settlements? Are they still settling? Is this just a way of trying to basically pressure one side and tell them that, look, you're getting close to the rail here. You're going to fall off if you lose. So might as well just go ahead, back down now, and let's settle and get this over with.
So, look, a couple of things. First of all, a settlement is never, never, never off the table until you hear of a decision. Even during the trial phase, although it's less likely, it's not completely off the table. They always fight until the last second. Now, with that said, vast majority of educated people or people that have some sort of understanding as to legalities and how settlements go will tell you that the vast majority of settlements happen after the end of the discovery phase. And I know it's unfortunate, but given that we have this extension for the discovery phase until the first part of it until the end of August 31st, and then the next part is in October, you're going to have a prolonged time as to when you can expect a settlement. As was mentioned before, and I've mentioned in a couple of my videos, yes, we can have a settlement happen today. They could all of a sudden announce it in court. You know what? We've decided that we've settled and we're not going to continue with this discovery hearing. You could hear that. Is that possible? Yes. Is it likely? Probably not. But it's not completely off the table. A settlement is never completely off the table. So let's make that clear. That's one. Two, I think prediction-wise, if you want to give it the highest chance, when is it most likely to have a settlement? You're looking at probably the end of discovery. So you're looking at probably, either September, the end of the first stage of discovery, or probably sometime in November, where you end expert discovery. So you're looking at between those time frames. Guys, we're still, I know people, sometimes underestimate what really quietness within this court system and within the parties that are fighting, means. But quiet is usually not a bad thing. Quiet means they're talking, right? Otherwise, you would see a letter like we were seeing a little while ago. If you look 3 or 4 weeks back, you were seeing a letter from SEC, a letter from Ripple, a response from the Ripple, and a response from SEC, a second response to the response, a response to the response to the response. You were getting all these fighting documents back and forth, back and forth. But after that, they said they were going to talk and try to sort these things out within themselves. And then you got quiet. So to me, that signals that there's a bit of a negotiation there between the SEC and Ripple. And negotiation as a whole is good. Look, no one wants a delay. If Ripple can get what they want sooner rather than later, why wouldn't they take it? Doesn't matter if the case is dismissed or it's a settlement or if they win the lawsuit. If they get what they want it the soonest that they can. And really, a couple of $1 million, as fines or whatever, is really nothing to Ripple. It's pennies. It's a drop of water in the bucket. It's really nothing to Ripple. So they're not going to be against paying a small fine here. Again, the condition is they get what they want. And what they want is clarity. And what they want is that they get an IPO offering. I tell you, this is a very big condition for Ripple, is they get the IPO offering and that they get the clarity. And once they have those, really, the SEC can never target them again. But I think what the SEC fears is that this becomes an ongoing thing. Now, every time they file a lawsuit, the party that's fighting them, the party that they're filing a lawsuit, is going to fight as hard as they could, which means cost SEC a lot more money in fighting these lawsuits. Not like before, where the SEC would file a lawsuit and the party would just give in almost instantly because they feel that they had no chance. Now, Ripple is showing that, you know what, you have a chance, at least a chance. Maybe you won't, it'll take long. Maybe it'll be a big Yeah, it is real money. I agree with you, sharpshooter. It is the real money. But again, for a company that's worth $10 billion to spend even, 50 billion to save yourself from completely going broke or losing your 10 billion if XRP is claimed as security, it's a drop in the bucket. Right? But I agree. I mean, every dollar is money. But in the grand scheme of things, really, and this is now, and I'm not even talking that Ripple is or XRP is worth 10 billion dollars. Brad Garlinghouse, CEO, is worth $10 billion. So imagine Ripple as a company. So even if he does it out of his own money that he spends $50 million, it's really insignificant to him, given how much this could really be worth.
Yes.
Regardless of what anybody, Ripple holds a ton of XRP, and the value of XRP is important to Ripple. It doesn't mean they're going to impact it or that they're impacting it, but it's important, right? It determines how much wealth Ripple has, and really Ripple can spend in developing their company.
And like Sharpshooter said right here, imagine, like, previously, pre-lawsuit, we did see, Ripple was still a small company. XRP had just reached its peak of $3. And then with the lawsuit, we've seen XRP crash actually down to lows of lows. And just imagine how big of a fight they're putting up now at their lows. Imagine how it would have been if they were at their highs and their financial status when they were worth few hundred billion. So that was definitely something that was a good point from Sharpshooter.
Point, sharpshooter. I agree. At the end of the day, though, right now, what I'm noticing by Ripple is that they have a picture much bigger than all of us even have. And they see much farther than this. I think they don't care right now. I don't think whether they had 100 billion or 10 billion, they don't care how much they spend on this lawsuit. They just want to win. That's their ideology, I think, right now, is we don't care. We just need to win this lawsuit. And that's why they're really getting the top of the top. I mean, when you hire previous chairman of the SEC, and you hire all these people within Amazon, and you hire this person from Visa, and you hire this person from Microsoft, you get all these people, top experts from from important institutions. It shows they really, and you're in the midst of a lawsuit. It shows really right now, they don't care about the money. It's insignificant to them. They don't care how much money they make. What they care right now about is winning this lawsuit, because they know once this lawsuit is over, they're going to be a leader in their industry. Oh yeah, 100%. Ripple is going to be, listen, once an IPO, even Ripple as a company, forget about XRP. XRP is going to fly, but Ripple in itself, you will see over the coming, once this lawsuit is over, really it's going to be, I would say, probably one of the top 10 companies leading the world in the next stage of world development. Really, you're looking at a company, they talk about right now about digital assets, and they talk about digital currency globally. Even the United States talking about the digital dollar, Europe, the digital euro. Same thing goes for, Britain, the digital pound, and so on. But all these currencies will have to have a middle person to do cross-border trading, the exchange of the currencies. Who is this going to be, guys? Really, there's no company that, I don't care if you say XLM or whatever, there's no company that has the infrastructure and the support and the base that Ripple has right now. That is a fact, unarguable.
Yeah, that is true. Ripple as a company is what started off as a little small business has now evolved into something very big, bigger than what it was just a few months ago. And XRP, like you said, is going to be the one that, because XRP is kind of like the main part of the system they use. So XRP is gonna fly along with Ripple, and this is what I think most people are excited about. We the retail investors are really more focused on XRP and the gains that we get with XRP rather than as a company. And so this is a really exciting time for all XRP holders, and that's why, like I think somebody used to sing it, you've got to pump it up or something like that.
Bump it up, bump it up. Let's bump it up. Okay, guys, listen. If you've not clicked that like button, we're at 177 people live in the chat. Please click that like button. We should be at least 150 likes. So if you haven't clicked that like button, I really appreciate the support, and we were literally doing our best to keep you guys up to date minute by minute. We only have about an hour and 8 minutes until the beginning of this discovery hearing. We'll keep you live second by second, but please click that like button. Only, like I said, about an hour and 7 minutes now until the discovery hearing. And if you're not a subscriber, please click that subscribe button. It really helps support us. If you want to be a super helper, retweet the link to this live stream on your Twitters. It's Crypto Geek News. There's already a thing there. Just retweet. And if you want to be super helper and you really want to appreciate our efforts here, if you want to click that join button, it is much appreciated. I think it's $3 a month or something like that.
We also officially have a Discord now.
We have a Discord.
Yes,
that's awesome. We can talk to you guys 24/7.
So make sure you guys join the Discord. All the links are now down below in the description. The follow, join, and the Discord.
Guys, we're keeping you busy.
Yeah.
All right, we have a lot to talk about now, though, but I'll let you lead. Well, you know what? I think I want to do a poll as to what people think will happen at the end of today's discovery hearing. You want to set it up?
Yeah, here, I'll go ahead and quickly set up a little poll.
Okay, we'll set up a poll of what you guys think will happen at the end. Can anyone explain that? Let's see what Chico said. What do you want us to explain, Chico?
Okay, I'll start you guys off here quickly. So, BitBoy came out. I'm not sure if you heard this yet. You probably did.
What is this? What is this about burning of XRP?
Let me have a...
Is there something new that we haven't looked in? Has XRP been burned? Some XRP been burned?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I can try and look it up quickly.
I'm seeing a lot of comments about XRP being burned, guys. If this is if there's something I'm missing here. Has there been any burning of XRP?
So, I don't know if you heard the BitBoy thing, where BitBoy decided to come out and say, you know, he has sources that told him that central banks, or XRP was officially getting integrated into central banks already now, and that XRP is the next leading thing. What do you think about what BitBoy had to say in terms of he has intel sources that are telling him that Ripple is getting into central banks along with XRP?
Look, 1 second. I'm going to say something. Nobody really has internal sources. Like, you know, your internal source his internal source might be dusty, for all I know. Really, look, everybody in crypto, and I'm not gonna say I'm not included. I'm included in this. We make analysis, overall information that we read. I read tweets, I read articles, I look at sales, we look at the graphs, and we say, you know what, based on what I'm seeing here, I think this is what's going to happen here. When I tell you what's happening within this lawsuit, I'm reading the report on the lawsuit and saying, you know what, it sounds like Ripple is heading this way. But for really for you to say I have sources, like what kind of sources do you have? And if you really have sources that you're confident of, then why are you scared to release those sources? So this is all just a play in the dark to try and, you know, get views or media attention or whatever. I mean, look, anybody that wants to support XRP, all welcome. The more people that we have supporting XRP, the better, right? It doesn't matter whether you're doing it because you're really a bandwagon or if because you support XRP for reality, you know, from the beginning. I don't care. If you're going to bring more attention to XRP, all props to you. I support you. You know, keep doing your thing. You're doing good. So let BitBoy keep supporting XRP. I don't care what his true intentions is. If he bought really 100K or whatever, I think he said, how much did he buy? $1 million of XRP or something like that?
I think $200,000 with just about
$200,000 in XRP. Yeah. So, I mean, good job. That adds to the market capital of XRP. But I don't really think he has any real sources that will tell him what's going to happen in the next stage. And I don't think there's any real sources that are going to connect with any YouTubers, per se, to try and release it to the public. No, I mean, they seal documents in court so they don't get out to the public. You think they're going to release them to BitBoy? Nah, I don't believe any of that, honestly. I feel it's all just things that, you know, they say to try and get attention and get more views. But reality is we're all analyzing, and I'm no exception. I'm not saying I have any internal sources, but we all analyze and we look at what's happening in the lawsuit. We look what's happening on Twitter. We look what's happening in various news articles. You look at the numbers, and you say, based on what I'm seeing, the overall thing that I'm seeing here, I think that this is going to happen. So this is all baloney if he's saying really he has internal sources. I could be your internal source, guys. If you want to use me as an internal source, go ahead. I tell you, I think Ripple will win this lawsuit. Oh my God, go crazy. Oh, we have an internal source that said that Ripple was going to win this lawsuit tomorrow. Oh my God.
Yeah,
Does that really mean I'm an internal source?
It kind of reminds me of the standard production, right? There's a guy that does, he basically does jokes on Twitter. And the amount of people that take it serious, even me, sometimes I just use it and I write it's a joke at the end. But the amount of tweets that it gets retweeted is unreal. And everybody's like,
I was laughing the other day, like some things are so stupid. Like literally the title is Joe Biden is holding a mitten that says XRP and he's like waving it, or Joe Biden yells XRP to the moon. Like really, you think like that stuff really happens? Like, you know, and honestly, you see a ton of people like really believe in it. Like, oh my God, Joe Biden is on XRP's team. Joe Biden, the XRP must have bought Joe Biden.
He must have bought XRP because of his mitten.
Yeah, no, like you see stupid things like that, and you know what? It's okay. They're all fun and jokes, and you know, so what? You gotta laugh sometimes. But some people take it to a whole different level to try and actually like they believe in it. And I mean, I'm not gonna talk bad about them, but you have to use some logic sometimes as to when you decide. And I'm not going to say, I mean, YouTubers use it for, again, views and use it for attention. And you know what? So be it. Sometimes people go on YouTube for, you know, the biggest reason people go on YouTube is to be entertained. And, you know, sometimes that's the cost of being entertained, is getting some misinformation. So always do your own research. You see people saying that all the time, including myself. You know, always do your own research. Don't invest, you know, just based on what somebody tells you to. You know, somebody tells you to invest. You don't invest based on just what, you know, somebody says. You do your own research and your own due diligence, because you're the one that really, at the end of the day, is going to lose money or make money if you invest wisely or you don't invest wisely.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's for sure. I know I did so much research before even investing in.
Guys, don't talk bad about mouth breathers. Listen, I'm a mouth breather. I don't know if I breathe through my mouth when I'm talking, but I know when I'm sleeping, I keep my mouth open. Maybe I feel like someday I'm gonna like swallow a mosquito or something.
So the poll is up officially, and as of now, 93% of people think that the judge is going to agree with Ripple in today's lawsuit.
Guys, if you've not clicked that like button, we're at 995, which is a good mark, guys. Let's click that like button and go ham on it. How many likes do we have?
108.
Okay, we need to be at 150 for minimum. Minimum 150 likes, guys, on this video. Let's go ham on the like button, and please click subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Share this link on Twitter. Guys, just retweet. It's like a button of a click, man. Come on. Move your mouse. Slide that mouse. Slide that mouse. Slide it over. Yep, retweet with a hashtag XR, hashtag XRP, SEC, ADA, Bitcoin, and so on. And tweet. All right, guys. Wow. Under an hour until we go live. Under an hour. This is so exciting. 1 hour, guys, until we go live on this discovery hearing. I am super pumped and excited to keep you guys posted with the latest and greatest as to what is happening with the live stream. I'm so excited, honestly. Guys, we're gonna go live soon.
Yeah,
only
there are limited spots, I think, today, so
58
try
minutes.
And get in, and I don't believe a lot of people are gonna get in because this is gonna get filled so fast. Because you know you have
58 minutes. 58
even those
minutes.
the big investors that are gonna come in, so they're gonna have a bunch of people here. So I don't think everybody's gonna make it. We're all gonna try our best. I'm gonna
yes,
guarantee
we're
myself,
gonna be in there. Well, I can't. Yeah, they can't. I'm just gonna answer Shuli or whatever. So it starts in 58 minutes on the dot, guys. We're going to be in it, and we can't record it exactly, like play it live, but we're going to be giving you second by second. So We're going to be hearing it and telling you what we hear. So it's against the law to actually fully bring it forward to you. So we're going to be hearing it on the phone in one ear and telling you what we hear over this chat. So please click that like button to support us. If you want to be super helpful and you want to click that join button, we would be forever grateful. Yep, it doesn't look. I've noticed no one has as big of an influence as they did at the beginning. Right? Same, even Elon. He was pumping XRP like insanity and still wasn't really doing all that well.
Yeah, he was pumping Dogcoin.
Yeah, Dogcoin. Sorry.
Yeah, you know what I remember? I remember he was pumping it like crazy. We started seeing impact. Then even Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin at the beginning. So he started to pump Bitcoin so much. At the beginning it pumped, and then it kind of started to. And I think he started to feel like it wasn't making that much of an impact. So his next step was to buy Bitcoin, and that caused it to fly. And then there was nothing else he could do. Like what? He bought Bitcoin. He then decided he would go ahead and make it so that you can actually buy Teslas with Bitcoin, because that was this third step. It pumped up, but now there's nothing else he could do. He used all of his methods. He tried Dogcoin. Yes, it pumped up Dogcoin, but you're talking about a tiny cryptocurrency that's zero utility. Anything can pump it up. He pumped it. And then even now, his influence in Dogcoin is very slim, because he tried to go ahead and do Shiba, and there was like almost no impact in Shiba once he mentioned it. So that shows me on its own that, even people talking about BitBoy's influence, oh my God, BitBoy can pump up the price. Nobody can pump up the price anymore. I think everybody now understands the fact that you're going to have these major players that talk, and that eventually are going to sell you out at any dollar they can to try and grab their own benefit. So I believe people have kind of shifted away from taking the full word of anybody that mentions they're buying something, or anybody that is trying to play that type of card where, buy this because it's better.
I'm going to answer for Sharpshooter. I'm not going to say, honestly, I'm too familiar with what's going on with Polygon. I've just been kind of focused on XRP over the last little while, so I'm not going to give you any too much helpful information. I don't want to give you any misinformation, so I'm going to keep my mouth closed on that specifically right now. How do you block this? So that's my view on that.
All right. So we have just about, what is it? 55 minutes. 55 minutes until the hearing starts. Oh, the rating actually went down. Now we have 89% of people that believe the judge is gonna agree with Ripple, while 11% of people disagree that the judge is gonna agree with Ripple and believe that the judge is gonna agree with the SEC.
Oh my God. This is interesting.
Started to see some number changes. I actually see them at like 87%. So people are starting to. We got people that agree with the SEC.
So really, what I wonder what people are thinking when they, if they think the judge will agree with the SEC. Do they mean by the judge agreeing with the SEC that judge will not allow this hearing, or that judge will just support the SEC moving forward? I wonder if what people think in reality, like why they're answering that. So I think look, Sharpshooter, they're not partnering directly with Ripple. So what's happening is companies that deal with Ripple or that have contracts with Ripple are being bought out by Apple and Google. So really, Google and Apple will have to determine if they wish to keep these partners. If they do buy those companies that are interacting with Ripple, they will have to determine whether they want to keep those connections. I think they will. I really think that Apple and Google are one of those companies that always play it safe. So I think they're going to be on the sidelines for quite a while. until things are clear. Quite specifically, there's a bit of clarity in legislation for crypto. Remember, Apple and even Google got into a lot of trouble during the time of Donald Trump. And there was a lot, even like Mark Zuckerberg himself was questioned, right? So I think right now they're playing it safe and they're just watching from the sidelines. So we'll see what happens, but it's not like Apple is going and saying, we want to partner with Ripple, right? They're buying companies that already have partnerships. So maybe this is their way of getting into crypto without actually sounding like they're getting into crypto, but nothing really official.
Yeah,
Same
because,
thing goes for Google.
I seen so much speculation, even from BitBoy, where he said Walmart is buying into Bitcoin. Oh my God, Apple's buying into Bitcoin, and I have these sources. But then the reality would come up, and it wouldn't show up on their quarterly, where they would show whether they bought something or not. So we get a lot of these speculations that come in and show that supposedly somebody's doing this or something is doing that, and then at the end of the day, you look at it and has Google officially said we're partnering with Ripple? Has Google officially said we're going to be using the Ripple net or XRP? No, nobody has said anything straightforward. So I believe that we're not going to take their word for anything unless they actually come out and say it. So that's what we have in terms of, really in the reality of these big corporations speculating and people speculating that they're going to buy Ripple. Yeah, how much time left for the hearing? We got about 53 minutes, guys. And if you haven't smashed the like button. Okay, guys, so I know we are kind of missing many comments. So if you guys would like to just add and then Crypto Geek, and that would just make it more clear for me. It would just kind of highlight the message so that I know you actually have a question that you want to ask on the comment section, because we're getting lots of comments at a time. Well, I forgot who it was, but you can buy crypto exchange IPOs. You think this would help expose and grow the asset value in an indirect way? It was, but you can buy crypto. Well, I don't think it will really change too much in terms. Okay, so I don't think it will really change anything. I don't think it will help it give it more exposure. Maybe it will help it grow so that one day, we will see. Like, if you, I guess, invested in those possibilities of something IPOing, then yeah, you might be making profit because it's going to IPO. But I don't think it will even help it grow in terms of, actually getting Ripple to grow because you bought into a possible IPO.
Okay, so I'm just going to say, I forgot who it was, but you can buy crypto exchange IPOs. You think this would help expose the grow asset value in an indirect way? Okay, so if you're talking sharpshooter, if you're talking about asset value as in XRP, will that grow with an IPO for Ripple? Is that what you mean? Guys, hit the join button. Thank you, sharpshooter. Join button really helps me out, guys. I know you want to support me, so please click that join button. It's it's like $3 or something like that, but every little bit helps.
Yeah, links are all in the description.
Okay. Sharpshooter, are you talking about IPO helping, an IPO for Ripple helping XRP, the price of XRP? Or today's?
Yeah, because I wasn't really sure what the question was.
So, Tygo, today is going to be about Hinman. So he's a previous, the high person within the SEC. And he's the one that publicly went on news stations and said that Ethereum is a security. So now Ripple wants to question him. And the judge is asking for a court hearing so she can determine if she's going to allow it or not. What is the result? So there are no results yet. We have the court hearing, guys, 49 minutes, minute by minute.
If you haven't smashed that like button, smash that like button, guys. Let's go ahead and...
Are we at 150 already?
Yeah, we're actually almost. We're like one like away from 150.
Guys, we should be at 150. Somebody click that like button, right now, as fast as possible. Everybody click like. Okay, so you can buy crypto exchange IPO shares just in... Oh, look, the thing is, I've seen this. It's like speculation on the prices. So, Sharpshooter, the problem is, what people fear from buying those IPO shares before they're listed on actual exchanges is that the price might be way overinflated, like the price for Coinbase. Coinbase, before it was listed on IPO, when people were buying it pre-listing, it was selling, I think the number was 500. And people thought it was going to go way higher even than that. But when it actually got listed in NASDAQ, what happened is it actually was way overpriced. NASDAQ listed it for like 300 and now it's like at 200 and something. So you might be way overpaying, especially if there's big hype about that particular crypto.
I think hype all the time, really.
Yeah, and sometimes hype doesn't reflect reality. Like, you know, for XRP right now, it should be way higher, but it's lower because of this lawsuit. But for other cryptos, they're like, you know, way...
Like Dogecoin, imagine the hype it got. It went to, 75 cents or something? Now
Yeah.
look at what it is. It's 21 cents. Even I
Yeah,
seen it a few days ago.
Like, look, Dogecoin, I don't think... Look, and people might not like what I have to say for here, but I don't think it's going to go down.
I don't know. I believe you can't sustain what it's.
I hate
right
Dogecoin.
now. Again, the non-utility.
I hate all these meme coins. I'm completely against meme coin. But the problem is right now they're literally on every single exchange you can imagine. They're on Robinhood. They're on every single exchange. They're on like a lot of Canadian exchanges. They're on Wealth Simple. They're on like a million exchanges all over the place. And just because they have so much exposure, I feel like it's really, really, really hard to control it now. So I don't think the price is going to go down. But nobody
again, as
really
long
knows.
as okay. So the problem with meme coins is that again they're all based on hype. So the second the hype dies, it's a done for coin.
No, but
It'll shift
let's listen.
coins.
The problem is because it's on so many exchanges, and particularly exchanges that don't have a lot of crypto. So when you have Wealth Simple or whatever, they have like 6 cryptos or 7 cryptos, and one of them is Dogecoin. When people want to invest in crypto, they only think that those are the only cryptos that exist in the whole world.
Yeah.
So guys, 46 minutes until we start to bring you live to what's happening with the lawsuit. I'm sure you guys are excited as I am about what's going to happen in the next little while. So keep up. Please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber, click subscribe, guys.
So this is a really good question. I think it makes a lot of sense here. So it says, you tag me with Crypto Geek. Okay, so just to let you guys quickly know, if you guys want your question to be answered, make sure you tag Crypto Geek because we're getting a lot of comments and it would just highlight it. So that'd be
guys,
good.
or even better, click that join button. It shows a nice little picture.
Yeah.
We try to answer your question there easier. It would really help us out. Gives you a nice little smile next to your name.
Yeah,
and we like
that,
smiling
both
faces.
work. So the question was, compared to the mess the SEC already made, what chances that the SEC actually wins the lawsuit, in which case, Ripple would lose? I mean, they denied the judge's orders already, and this is what he's saying. So what are the possibilities that, the SEC would actually win the lawsuit, even after doing all of these things that, the judge dislikes of? They denied all of the orders the judge made. They keep on asking for extensions.
Yes, Sharpshooter, I like that. Yeah, see, it's not a smiley face. It's 2 beautiful eyes. 2 very nice eyes. You get those 2 nice eyes if you click the join button. Oh, so go back to your question. Sorry, I got distracted.
Okay. So the question was, compared to the mess the SEC already made, in which the SEC from the start has been constantly denying orders from the judge. When they were asked to give an internal documents, they kept on denying it and delaying it until, I think July 2nd, we officially ended up getting everything we deserved, even though we were supposed to get it prior to that by a while. What are the chances that the SEC actually wins the lawsuit rather than Ripple? And obviously that would mean Ripple loses the lawsuit.
Interesting question. Look, the lawsuit, we still have a very long way before we actually get into actual trial. But I don't think the SEC really is in a position right now to talk about winning. Honestly, that's really what it comes down to. It's hard to tell you how it's going to play out exactly, but every lawsuit is really determined by what? Who wins and loses.
Yeah.
Is determined by discovery. So if discovery, and we're in the stage of discovery, we're actually, I know people think it's still far away, but we're actually nearing the end of discovery right now, right? The last final leg in the discovery phase. And really, can anybody in this chat argue that right now SEC is winning discovery? Do you guys think the SEC actually is winning discovery? I think if you line up like every single court decision, you really get maybe a half in favor. One, not even one, a half that's in favor of the SEC. And it was the one really that allowed them to seek documents from internationally, using their government powers or whatever. But really beyond that, every single ruling is right now in support of Ripple. So if the discovery hearing determines the results of the trial, which is the case, right? If you forget about this case, if you have any sort of case and you have all this evidence that's against, say, a criminal, they're going to lose before you even go to trial. If, for example, somebody has their fingerprints all over the scene and they have pictures of them and the video camera caught them and they see them driving away and they were chased by a cop and the cop saw them getting out of the car. Really, can you say they're going to go free? Maybe they have something that we never seen, but really the likelihood of them winning this lawsuit is getting very close to zero. Very, very close to zero. The thing is, the SEC is smart enough to know that. Right? Yeah, they have smart lawyers. They have smart people part of their team. They're not a small little organization, the SEC. They're big, and they deal with a lot of things. So they're smart enough to know that we're not winning. But their whole idea is delaying this case as far as they could so they can hurt Ripple, and Ripple would bow down because they're getting hurt so bad. Their business is getting hurt so bad. And I think this is where they've really miscalculated with Ripple, because they've compared them to other cryptos that gave in right away. And Ripple is not giving in right away. And they're getting close to the end. And every time you get closer to the end, you get more. Ripple gets a new breath of life, right? It's like, you're running a race that's 4 kilos. And at the beginning, you're like, oh my God, there's still 3 kilos left. And you get weaker and weaker and weaker. But when you're at the last 500 meters, you suddenly say, you start to get life again. I'm only 500 meters away now. I'm almost done. I'll get there. You push yourself to the maximum at the very end. And Ripple now is at that final leg, right? They're very close to that finish line. So right now, they're not going to give away anything. Ripple wants what they deserve and a cherry on top from the SEC because they're so close to the end.
Yeah, yeah, they put in so much work at the start. They got so many people on their team. Imagine just getting the previous, not Gary Gensler, but the chairman previous to Gary Gensler on their team. Not Jay Clayton, previous to Jay Clayton, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Mary White.
Mary Jo White, yeah. Imagine getting that person, like Mary Jo, on their team officially as a defendant lawyer. So now she's opposing the SEC.
You know what, though? I'm going to tell you, they needed her. Really, I think without her, you would have seen a completely different case. The reason they need her so bad, or that it was that was probably the wisest decision, wisest money spent, is because she knows what the SEC have. She knows exactly what to look for. She knows exactly what the SEC have. SEC can go out and say, I don't have this document. Like we were talking about at the beginning, what if the SEC destroys documents, which they have. Yeah. I did a whole video, and we said for the last 25 years, I put, there was a case filed against them, internal investigation within the SEC. They had been destroying documents for 25 years. And we were saying, what if they destroy all the documents before they hand them to Ripple? Well, if that's the case, then guess who's going to find out? Mary Jo White, because she knows what documents the SEC had.
And remember, the notes were written during her time. So what was happening was, they're claiming that, Jay Clayton just filed the lawsuit, but a lot of the notes that were discussing Ethereum and Ripple, because that was like the main thing at that time, cryptocurrencies were just getting out there. So a lot of the notes that were written during her time. So she must have overlooked and seen some of those.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. 100%, she must have known. I mean, they're saying that XRP was security during her time as the chairman of the of the SEC. So, really, everything that was there that's supposed to support them is during the time that Mary Jo White was the chairman of the SEC. So, I don't know how they can hide anything from her.
Yeah, and like you said,
plus that means she knows people within the SEC now, right? She was the chairman, so she knows everybody below her that was younger than her, that was still working for the SEC. And a lot of them are still working for the SEC. It's not like you change the entire SEC because you've changed an administration.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, that's correct here. It just brought me back because I was reading some of these comments that are saying that the judge is gonna support Hinman no matter what and make sure he doesn't get disposition. Well, you know what? One of the letters that were sent across, and I remember, I'm not sure exactly what, but there was one time a letter that the SEC went ahead and sent to the judge and said, if you do this, if you allow us to lose the lawsuit, then you're affecting a government organization or something like that. Basically already trying to put the blame on her that you have to make us win, no matter what. So that was kind of like a connection here where, I don't know, we can't say for sure, but you never know. Alright guys, so we just disconnected from my partner, also known as the Crypto Analyst. We'll hopefully be able to get him back later on in the live stream. So you guys can drop in as many questions as you guys would like in the comment section as well. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Follow me on Twitter, Crypto Geek News, here all Crypto Geek News. Join the Discord and click the join button if you'd like to support. Subscribe to my channel if you are brand new to the channel. 6K subs. Oh my god, that is just a massive mark for me. But let's get back, guys. Drop your questions down below. And hopefully, let's go ahead and get into the whole telephonic conference call here that will be starting in around, 40 minutes, 30 minutes? Let's see the news. What we have next on for this live stream. All right. Okay, so the event is about to start in 1 hour. So, okay, in terms of this telephonic conference, now there is a limit. I'm not sure if you guys know this yet, but there is a limit to how many people can actually be in the conference. And so, if you have to try your best and come in first place, guys, to be able to actually make it. I also want to quickly mention here, if you do not have an international plan on your phone line and you call in, you're going to get a huge bill sent to your house and you're not going to know why. Well, it's because you're calling them. So you will get charged if you don't have free international calling, and so be careful because they charge. I know people that were getting charged $4 a minute, which is just crazy. That was just it's insane, but it does happen, so be careful, guys. All right. Do you believe there's going to be a pump in XRP once we go ahead and see the result of the lawsuit? Well, that's obvious. So, okay, maybe you're trying to talk about the discovery hearing. So, once the lawsuit gets complete, I know people that were saying $10 to $35. I know this is a very big range, but that's what they suspect. So $10 to $35. I know people that said $10 to $15 USD, obviously, with an instant announcement of the SEC versus Ripple case to be complete. So not only that, but you have to understand that they're going to get clarity with that. They're going to be one of the only cryptocurrencies that are declared 100% clarity, and they have 100% clarity. So $10 to $12 was the estimate, and that I believe as well. I believe it's going to be 10 to 15, somewhere around that range. Upon instant, and then obviously I believe it's going to crash because there's going to be a lot of people that sell. So it's probably go down to about $8, maybe even $6, and then we'll see a reclimb because you're going to get all of the crypto exchanges to relist XRP. We're going to start to see XRP, Ripple, get all of their contracts once again, because they have a lot of contracts that they kind of put on hold. So we're going to see all of these things kind of start to come back, and I believe that's going to pump up the price back to maybe even the $15 range. Now, will we see an impact once we see the result of this discovery hearing? I believe so. You know, it's currently 60 cents. See, the problem with this is that if we look at the entire cryptocurrency market, and let's quickly do that. Let's have a look at the entire cryptocurrency, market. So we see red right here. Now, as you guys can see, Bitcoin's down, and we already know that Bitcoin is kind of like the leading crypto. So XRP does follow Bitcoin pattern, so it's hard to say. There probably will be a pump. Just how major is the real question. If, again, that's positive. What's up? It's Dusty here, guys, for you on another live stream. I'm joking. This is not Dusty. This is the Crypto Geek News. Yo, what's up? You sound like Dusty, bro. Everybody says that. Yo, bull run. Oh, so I was reading. A lot of people are like, is it bear season? Bear season's already starting. Okay, so this is the catch. If we are in bear season, this is a great bear season because prices have not fell. But I don't think we are in a bear season. Well, the prices have fell, but they're not as crazy as what I would have expected. But if we do go into bear season, guys, if we do go into bear season, and we have XRP officially get declared a cryptocurrency, I also know ADA is getting smart contracts very soon. So if that we get ADA gets smart contracts and they get keep on getting spread out throughout Africa, XRP officially becomes a cryptocurrency. XRP officially becomes a cryptocurrency, and we get regulations. We are going to see the bear run actually possibly convert into a bull run. Just absolutely switch, because these two are going to be at the head, and so many people are going to want to invest in the next up and coming Swift. If you don't know what Swift is actually a company that transfers money. They kind of are like Ripple, but Ripple's going to kind of override them. And then everybody's going to want to invest in Ripple, XRP, and so that price is going to fly. Anime hodl. In the worst case, Ripple can move to other countries. Exactly. So you have to understand is that Ripple is not really fully reliant on United States. Even though I believe the SEC is going to lose the lawsuit, Ripple's not fully reliant on the United States. They have so many headquarters in multiple different countries. They're officially handling cross-border payments with many African countries as well as many Middle Eastern countries. For example, we've seen Egypt and the UAE officially decide that they want to use Ripple as a cross-border payment method. We've seen so many companies in where was it? In Brazil officially use XRP or Ripple. So many different companies are actually officially, and so many central banks or banks specifically are using it as the next, and believe it's going to be the next major thing. All right, guys, I'm going to put you guys the phone line right here. So if you guys want to try and join in as quick as possible, let's see. Whoops. Okay, let's see. Let's go to James K. Fallon. I don't think you're going to be able to get in the call right now. I did hear that you have to wait at least 10 minutes before, even less, I think 5 minutes before, to actually be able to get into the call. Otherwise, it will say the access code is wrong. Here's the access code, guys, and the phone number for the official Ripple Labs vs. SEC conference hearing. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Okay, let's answer this question. Where are you guys listening from? Put that comment down in the description. Where are you guys calling and listening from on today's live stream? Okay, when do you think this is going to get over with? Well, the fair notice hearing is in August, so I believe that once we actually see the fair notice hearing, the lawsuit's done for. Because the whole thing that's kind of determining the result of the lawsuit is the fair notice hearing. If it comes out in favor of Ripple, then we basically won. If it comes in favor of the SEC, well then things start to look a bit darker. We got some UK brothers. I'm not from the UK though. Oh, we got some people from the UK, Romania. Call in. Oh, is it real? Let's have a look. Is it actually? Can you actually go into the Tuesday? All right, let's see if we can actually get in. All right. I think, let me go ahead and maybe possibly grab some headphones here. Let me try and grab some headphones here to see if we can actually go ahead in, even though I don't think I can. Because it says you have to wait 15 minutes, I think, before. Let's go ahead and get my headphones on, guys. Get your... Okay, guys. Make sure you guys go ahead and grab your coffee, because it's going to be one exciting time. Alright, guys. I'm getting in. I'm getting into the thing. Okay, guys. If you guys would like to go in, you guys might be able to. Let me have a look here and try to get in for you. And I'll let you guys know exactly. Whoops. I think I put the wrong thing. Alright, guys. That being said, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. We got India people calling in from Holland. All over the world, guys. This is... Okay, let's see. Let's enter this access code right here. 4917. If anybody's trying to get in, 104 is the access code along with the pound key. All right, so the conference, you can actually get into the call now. But you are not, it's not started, and they're just going to have some nice little music in the background playing. How much XRP y'all holding? Well, can't answer that. Alright. Many in India are faithful for XRP. XRP is going to be the next big thing. Let's go! Alright, guys. So, current price of XRP actually starting to go up finally. Almost 60 cents, guys, USD. We did actually see highs previously. Like, let's talk about the next high, or the previous high. I think we reached $2, I think, before this whole dark season that came through and dropped the price of all the cryptocurrencies. We in crypto geeks. Alright, guys, drop your questions down below. Make sure you also tag me. So, tag Crypto Geek, and then drop your question. I'll go ahead and actually answer it for you. Oh, please continue to hold. We're holding. We're holding, guys. All right. Let's see. Maybe we can get this. If we can get. Okay, let's see if we can actually get the crypto analyst to quickly come on before obviously this live stream. Whoops. Wrong thing. Okay. Before this live stream. Before I mean this whole Alright, you're back.
Hello, everybody. I'm back just for another little while. We are going live. We're in the chat. We are in there right now on the phone waiting for the actual discovery hearing, which is in only 25 minutes. Who can believe this? We've been streaming for almost 2 hours, 25 minutes until we start to give you live feedback from what's happening inside the court. With this lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC, and hopefully we give you some positive news in the next little while. Guys, if you've not clicked that like button, please click that like button. We should be at least 200 likes, don't you think?
Yeah,
at least.
Reasonable number right here.
Yeah, and please, if you want to be a supporter, click that join button. It really helps me out. And click subscribe and retweet on Twitter. Retweet this link on Twitter. Crypto Geek News is my Twitter, so if you just want to click that retweet little circle thingy, you can do that. So let's take a look at some questions here. What are we going to do?
What are the chances of a possible dismissal of the case?
Right now?
Yeah.
No, this is very unlikely. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Right now, the case being dismissed is very unlikely, but really what's even better, if we get a reaction, if the judge says, right now, I'm going to allow you to question Hinman, the price of XRP, I expect that as soon as that is heard, the price of XRP is going to jump quite a jump, I think, more than most people, I think. And we're probably going to be looking at some nice numbers for XRP. But more importantly, we're going to look at this case coming closer and closer and closer to the finish line, and Ripple closer to winning this lawsuit.
Exactly.
This is a very big discovery hearing. In fact, I think this is probably the biggest discovery hearing that we've had up to this point. Let's take a look at the questions. I'm here, Sharpshooter. What are you going to do when the bear market does come? Do you plan on converting XRP still, covering XRP still? Any other coins, tokens you have in mind at the current state? So very good question, Sharpshooter. I think I don't want to really think about a bear cycle yet, but I mentioned this previously in probably one of my videos that right now we're at a very critical point, and really this lawsuit could determine whether we continue with this bear bull run and continue to see numbers that we have not seen before, or we really unfortunately head into a bear cycle. I think this lawsuit is really going to be a trigger to what happens next within crypto. And you're seeing a lot of countries come into crypto and deciding to bring their own digital currency. With all of that said, if they bring forward their digital currency, they have to have a means of converting digital currency or cross-border transfers of those digital currencies, even the digital dollar into the digital euro. How do you transfer between these two currencies? You have to have a mediator currency, which is the only real valid mediator currency right now, with infrastructure and setup and involvement with banks and discussions and involvement with central banks. The only one that's really there is XRP, and Ripple really facilitating that. So it does, I think we're going to soon, and maybe this is not yet, but soon, we're going to enter a new era for cryptocurrency, and it's going to be an era where you're going to start seeing less of a bear market. You're going to start seeing more stability in the prices. I don't think we're quite there, but the bigger the market capital that you see, the less often you will start to see bearish cycles and the more stability you'll see within the prices. Well, everyone's taking this is the last uptrend before the bear cycle, so by mid-year next year bullish. Well, honestly, Sharpshooter, it really depends. Nobody will I tell you what happens after this lawsuit. I don't think anybody will be able to 100% guess or cover or anticipate. They won't be able to, because really this lawsuit is not just for XRP. It's going to change the entire crypto market. I wonder what a $50 XRP will look like. It's going to look good. 2 years, 2K minimum for XRP. Look, 2K or 1K or 500, they're all great numbers. I'm not going to talk about these specific numbers right now for XRP. Guys, 20 minutes until the lawsuit. We're in the line. We're live. We're just waiting for the court session to begin. We're covering the court hearing. So get ready right now, guys. Let's click that like button. If you have not, click subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, we keep everybody up to date. Even documents, you can ask around. Within minutes, I usually have updates as to the most recent releases of documents between the SEC and Ripple. So click that like button. Make sure your notifications are on. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe. If you want to be super supporter, like Sharpshooter, click that join button. You get a nice little 2 eyes, guys. I know, those 2 eyes can really be the difference in how well your crypto does. They can make you see the uptrend and the growth of your crypto even better. I don't know if that was convincing enough, but click the like with the join button, guys. It really helps me out. Year 2012 was the last year Canada minted the penny. Year 2035, no more coins or paper currencies. I believe it. I don't know about 2025, but I think you're going to start to see less and less of the physical currency as time passes. Any more questions, Mr. Crypto Geek? Here's a question. I've been thinking for a long time. XRP reduces cost for financial transfer fiat. How many, if any, changes to happen, or how many do you think will go under? How many fiat currencies, or how many banks to go under? Sharpshooter? Actually, we'll take out a few for sure, but like for the banking industry. So, look, we are in a world of technology and an ever-changing world. This is not new. The internet took down a lot of institutions, particularly our news stations, companies. Yeah. So look, everybody's been saying that we're going to lose jobs because of technology. We're going to lose jobs because of internet. We're going to lose jobs because of this and that. But when reality starts to sink in, what ends up always happening is we start to change jobs and change our sources of income. So those companies, yes, are we going to lose some fees? Yes. Are we going to gain a lot out of it? Absolutely. Imagine the flow of information. If you know how you sent Bullrun just sent a smiley face. Imagine you could send like a penny, like a digital penny, the same way you send a smiley face. And instead of sending me a smiley face, now you sent me 4 pennies. Wouldn't that really create an opportunity for more income for YouTube, for example, or for me as a producer or somebody that, entertainer, if you want to call it that. So it creates other opportunities, guys. Like YouTube. YouTube took away a lot from the media industry, from television, but created a lot of other opportunities for other people to produce that couldn't have access to creating content before. So yes, you may take away from one section, but you're gaining a lot more from other sections. Oh, 100% it's going to change things, but I think look, when you have one bank, let's say there was one bank, central bank, okay? And this central bank decides, oh, you know what? We don't want to make $10 billion a year. We want to make $12 billion a year. So what we're going to do is we're going to share these, the tasks that were being done by 100 people are going to be done now by 80. That really hurts the economy far more than if you have crypto, where it's not dominated by one person that decides to add more to their own wealth. Now we have a lot of people that are involved, and everybody gets a share, and nobody can make a decision on their own. Crypto Geek, you with us?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a charger.
All right, no problem. Do your thing. Okay, guys, so we are only 15 minutes. It's hard to believe this. Only 15 minutes away from going live for you guys from inside the court as to what is happening minute by minute, second by second in this court hearing. Guys, this is super exciting. Super excited. I'm really looking forward to it. We're going to find out what's going to happen. And the nice thing is, it looks like we're going to hear a decision today. Looks like we're going to be hearing a decision as to what will happen with Hinman today. So that's very big news. Big news. So we're going to find out. And that, if we're going to find out, which we are, we're going to find a change in price most definitely for XRP as a result of what's going to happen in today's discovery hearing. So guys, if you have not clicked that like button, please click that like button. It really helps me out, helps support the channel. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to this channel, and I'll give you the link. I always give you the latest updates as to what's going on and keep you posted. The Twitter is Crypto Geek News, and I'll keep you posted on there as well. Guys, if you want to really help me out, if you can retweet retweet the link in for Twitter, my Twitter's Crypto Geek News. Just you can retweet my tweet from there, or follow me as well. That would be nice. And okay, we're just getting ready. Everything is getting set up. Super excited, guys. Let me know which countries you are tuning in from. Which countries are you tuning in from? I'm sure we have a lot of people. We have some people from India, I've seen. We have some people from Canada, the United States. All over the world.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay, I'll let you take over for a little bit.
All right, sounds good. All right, guys. Here we are back. I was looking for a charger all this time because my phone is at like 14%. And so now we're back here. Let's look at any questions you guys have. Oh, we got a lot of people from the UK, USA, people from Toronto, Netherlands, Mexico. It says El Salvador is taking Bitcoin as a currency, not fiat. Do you believe this will change the way currency or money in general will be viewed? So, you know what? El Salvador's move was actually an amazing one, not just for Bitcoin, but for the entire cryptocurrency market, because it opened up a brand new space for countries that they really weren't expecting and that many countries thought could never happen. I was actually reading that El Salvador actually put fines on anybody or any country that decided not to take Bitcoin in their store. So that was kind of a new system, and that obviously led to many other countries, one of them being, I can't remember, a state in the United States, I think it was Texas, I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, I think it was Texas as well.
Yeah, Texas decided that they would officially accept cryptocurrency. Their financial administration, I think, accepted that, they're going to accept Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, while the SEC here is trying to fight XRP. So, but again, that just shows entirely that the entire world is now trying to shift towards cryptocurrency. I think it was the F30, I think, where they talk about they bring all the economies to come, all the top economically good countries. They came then. One of the topics that was discussed.
G8, I think.
Yeah, G something. I don't even remember. But one of these were discussing cryptocurrencies. We've seen Brazil start to shift and accept cryptocurrency. A lot of countries are now following El Salvador and trying to accept cryptocurrencies. I was even reading Venezuela was trying to go ahead. So
okay, guys, 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Until we bring you live in the court as to what is happening minute by minute, second by second. Only 11 minutes. It's crazy. The countdown begins now. Now we talk just numbers as to how long we have until the court hearing. 10 minutes to go until we are live in the court. Guys, I'm sure you're excited. I'm super excited to see how this court hearing is going to go. If you've not clicked that like button, click that like button. Go ham, guys, on Twitter, sharing this link. We're going to be live in the court, letting you know what happens second by second. We're only minutes away. Who could believe this? That we would be so close to a very big and a very important discovery hearing, probably the most important discovery hearing that we have had up to this point. So I know you guys are excited. I'm super excited. And really, you're going to be the first to know of what happens in this lawsuit, in the court. And we're gonna cover the price of XRP. We're gonna cover it live as we are hearing of what is happening in the court. So only now 9 minutes to go. And we're going to be live. Guys, again, if you've not clicked that like button and you're not a subscriber, please do so. It helps us out, helps support our channel, helps support, the efforts that we do. So click that like button, guys, and share it on Twitter. Crypto Geek News is my Twitter if you want to retweet. That would be very helpful. We're looking like we're heading into a bit of an upward trend for XRP, so that's very good. Today we reached lows of like 58 cents. Now we're heading to about 60 almost, like 0.3 away from 60. So we're getting better, guys. But let's try and go crazy on retweeting this. Oh, thanks for liking and subbing, Bullrun. I really appreciate it. Let's go crazy and sharing this link on Twitter. Just hashtag XRP and whoever else you want, and just tag this link. Again, guys, now 8 minutes to go, and we are in the court. We are in the hearing right now. It's official.
Yep.
We are in the hearing right now. We're just waiting for the Judge Netburn to come in and begin the session. So I got mad Bitcoin flashbacks. Yeah, so we're in the session and we're getting ready to get some juicy information. Isn't that like Dusty's like thingy? But whatever. We're getting into get some juicy information as to what's happening second by second. So let's get excited, everybody. We should put that song. Hype it up, hype it up, hype it up, or whatever. That's the only two words I remember. So guys, I hope you're as excited as I am. Keep your ears close to the mic, to the speakers. Get ready. Like I said, click that like button. Those are requirements before you listen in. I need you to click that like button. If you want to be super excited and super helpful and you want to wish yourself good luck, click that join button. It really helps me out. It's like $2 or $3, but it adds up, guys, and it really helps me. It takes a lot of work and a lot of time to create these live streams, but you deserve it. So only 7 minutes. Actually, 6.5, guys. 6.5. So exciting. And the hype is real. And we're going to get some real information today. We're going to real boost in price, hopefully, for XRP. And maybe this could be the discovery hearing that really is the determinant for Ripple winning this lawsuit when we can all become rich and millionaires, and maybe then you can give me some serious donations. Maybe. Guys, so let's get excited. Almost there. Are we at 6 minutes? We're like 8 seconds away from 6 minutes until the court hearing. 6 minutes! Officially 6 minutes.
Surprising how fast, the judge decided that she wanted a telephonic conference. Imagine, because I remember all of the previous
They released the information like 3 hours ago.
Yeah,
it's crazy. But
no,
guys,
but 2 days. 2 days. We
geek.
were given 2 days exactly from the time she stated it to this telephonic conference.
How excited are you, Crypto Geek, to live stream what's going on in this court case? Are you ready? Is that pen and paper ready there to document what's happening minute by minute?
Yeah, I have everything set up. I actually have my PC currently on, so I have a laptop, my personal computer.
Guys, officially less
so
than
many
6
things
minutes.
for you guys.
Officially less than 6 minutes. Officially less than 6 minutes. Oh my God, this is so exciting, guys. Let's do this. No, we're not even at 6 minutes. We're 6 minutes away, less than 6 minutes. About to be 5. Guys, 5 minutes.
So there's a lot of introduction that happens, by the way, as it goes on. So we start off this whole telephonic conference. They're going to introduce both sides. We'll get to see who's actually speaking on the Ripple side and who's speaking on the SEC side. She'll end up calling out names. And then after that, they'll kind of go into... most of the time, they try and start with the SEC, but you never know. She might start with Ripple this time. They'll say their points, and then the opposition will have their time to do that as well.
Guys, less than 4 minutes, about 4 minutes left, actually a little less than 4 minutes left until this court hearing. We're live. We're in the court, guys. We're in the court right now. We're just waiting for Judge Netburn to bring forward and get in. But we're only 5 minutes away, guys, believe it or not. If you're in here and you haven't clicked that like button, please click that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please click subscribe and retweet this link on Twitter. Let's get as many people from XRP on here. Show as much support as we can for Ripple and XRP. No, Judge is not going to disappoint us. Let's keep our fingers crossed and hope for the best in this one, guys. But we're live in the court hearing right now. We're in the court. We're live, just waiting for the judge to come in and begin this session. Only minutes away, 3.5 minutes away, guys, from 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're in the court hearing, like I said, and we're getting ready to let you know exactly what's happening second by second in the court hearing. The way this is going to go is we're going to hear it in one ear and release that information, or a summary at least of that information, to you on the spot. So please click. We're waiting for Judge Netburn. Just click that like button, and if you're not a subscriber, please click subscribe. If you want to help me out, big time, click that join button. It really helps me out, guys. The Twitter is Crypto Geek News. Follow me on Twitter and retweet this link. Helps me out. Guys, the excitement is real. We're at 395. We should be at least 200 likes. Are we at 200 likes? Oh my God, that would be great. We would be forever grateful.
Yeah, we're actually at 252 likes.
252 likes. Let's be at 300 likes, guys. I know there's 308 of you. So let's click that like button. We're only 2.5 minutes. Guys, 2.5 minutes, and we're in the court hearing waiting for Judge Annette Byrne I'm not begging. I'm asking for your support. So we're only 2.5 minutes. We're just waiting for Judge Annette Byrne to come in the case and begin this session. Super exciting, super hype, guys. Let's keep this up. And like I said, I'll keep you posted as to what will be happening minute by minute. I'm already live in the stream right now. I'm live, not in the court. I'm live in the court hearing right this second, guys. We're just waiting for Judge Annette Byrne to begin the session.
Yeah, we're waiting for her to come in. Because what they do is, again, like I said before, they're going to go ahead and introduce them. So we're really just waiting right now on Judge Annette Byrne to kind of start to get in, introduce both sides, so we see who's on the defendant and who was on the.
There's a new judge that's she's not relatively new, but she's a new judge that represents Brad. There's not a new judge, but there's another one that was just sent his paperwork representing SEC. We could see some serious action today, guys, and this is so exciting, so hyped. We're in the court hearing. We're already inside right now, and we're going to be giving you the live minute-by-minute updates. There's only about a minute left until this court hearing is in session officially based on time. We're just waiting for Judge Annette Byrne right now to come forward in this lawsuit and get this session started. Guys, click that like button again. If you're not a subscriber, please click subscribe. And the join button is if you really want to support me. Super excited, guys. Again, tell me what countries you're tuning in from. Message me what countries you're tuning in from.
There's officially released only 4,000 spots, and almost already 70% are taken.
Looks like we have the vast majority of spots filled up in the actual session. Good job, XRP community, for those that have joined in the phone lines. Excellent, excellent. We're showing them yet again that we have a lot of people supporting XRP. We're almost full on the lines. The court lines are pretty much full for the session as they had been for all the previous sessions. So good job, XRP community. You're doing excellent in supporting your crypto. So thank you for that. It looks like we have the vast majority of 4,000 lines. The vast majority have already filled up, and we haven't even officially started the court session. So good job, guys. We are live in the court right now. We are live in the court right now. We're just waiting for a session to be introduced by Judge Annette Byrne. It's officially 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is the time that this court hearing is set to begin. So very good. Good job. So welcome. We have some people from France, Malaysia, Chicago, Arizona, Austria, South Africa, Philippines, Malaysia again, France, Australia, all across Mexico, Netherlands. Welcome, everybody. We're live in the court hearing, just waiting for Judge Annette Byrne to introduce the session, and we have almost all 4,000 spots have officially almost filled up. We're just looking at a few more spots. Good job, XRP community. Welcome to you guys from India and Argentina, Oman. Very good. All over the world. All over the world, we have XRP community. Chad. Very good. So officially what's going on right now, we are in the court session. 4,000 spots were officially declared as had been opened through the phone lines. And we have some people from Canada, from Great Britain, open on the phone lines, and almost every single spot has filled up. So good job, XRP community, yet again, showing very good interest. Very good interest we have in this case, and showing the judge that this is a real case, and this case really matters to all of us. So we have people from Idaho, Singapore, South Dakota, Spain, and all across the world, guys. Very nice. Mexico, Brazil. Excellent, excellent, guys. So like I said before, Afghanistan, wow, we've gone all over the world, from Washington and Wyoming. Very good. So guys, officially the court hearing is set to start any second right now. Just waiting for Judge Annette Byrne to introduce the session. Almost all of the lawyers are already in the court hearing. but haven't introduced themselves just yet. People from Vienna, Belgium, South Africa, Australia, Norway, Germany, Montreal, South Africa again, Ireland, Massachusetts, Vienna, wow, all over Florida, all over the world, Finland. Welcome everybody. If you're new to this live stream, please click that like button and please click subscribe if you have not subscribed. If you want to be a super supporter, I have a join button. It really helps me out. I dedicate my time to XRP as much as my time to XRP. So please click that join button. It really helps support me. I think it's like $3 a month, but every little bit helps. So thank you for the support. But guys, officially we're in the court hearing, just waiting for Judge Netburn to introduce this session of the court hearing. This is a very big court hearing. Could be really the way that they decide on the way that this court moves forward. And this is in regards to Hinman being deposed and being questioned by Ripple's team. So this could really be a very big court hearing for XRP, for Ripple, and for the SEC could really decide. So Judge Netburn is still haven't yet introduced this court hearing, but she will be in the coming hours. So just awaiting for her to bring it in. Guys, again, click that like button. Please click that like button. And if you can retweet this on Twitter, that would be very greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for joining. Again, we're live in the court hearing. Can you guys hear me okay? Everybody, microphone is good.
They're having a little bit of bugs, so I think that's what's making them delay it a bit.
So there's looks like there's a bit of a issue with the telephone system for the court hearing. Everything is okay. We're all on plan. Everything's gonna work out fine. But we're just delayed a little bit, just a couple of minutes. But we're just waiting on Judge Netburn herself, the judge herself, to introduce this session, and then we can begin. Officially, we have filled out all 4,000 spots on the phones, guys. Excellent, excellent, excellent XRP community. Good job.
I think our defendants, both sides, I think at this time are having some difficulty getting their microphones on and off, some type of buggy where people can only hear some people and others can't.
Yeah, so they're doing some fixing for technical problems. But guys, we filled out all 4,000 lines, so great news, guys. Excellent yet again, XRP community. You have done very well, as you always do. So officially, we are in the court hearing, guys. If you want to retweet this link, that would be very greatly appreciated. Retweet it on Twitter. Crypto Geek News is the Twitter. We keep you up to date with the latest and greatest. Guys, we're in the court hearing live right now, and we're just waiting for Judge Netburn to be introduced. If you've not clicked that like button, click that like button now, and click subscribe. We keep you up to date with the latest. Get ready, guys. I know maybe some of you guys will be millionaires in the coming weeks. I hope to be one of them as well. This court hearing is in relevance to questioning Mr. Hinman. He was a previous high official in the SEC, and he's the one that claimed that Ethereum was a non-security. So he said Ethereum was not a security. They're going to try and question him to prove that XRP is not a security, which it's not. XRP is not a security, guys, officially, based on my own analysis here. But they're going to lose, I think. I think we're looking at a very good big loss. A big loss for the SEC. So let's take a look, guys. Waiting on the Judge Netburn.
Judge Netburn, I think, said that she's going to merge the call in right now with a different one because we're kind of with the technical analyst now. He's trying to see.
So the problem is when you have so many people, and we filled out all 4,000 spots on the phone. We're officially 4,000. Guys, the number to access this was just released like 3 hours ago because they're having so high demand, and we filled those lines in a matter of 3 hours. So XRP community is just unbelievable. Excellent work, guys. You guys, I can't even begin to explain how great it is to be part of a community that is this active. So we filled out 4,000 lines, guys. 4,000 lines. Every single line is full. So,
all right, guys, quickly, before we actually start this, make sure you guys smash that like button. Let's try and get 400 likes, guys. If you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and obviously join the Twitter and Discord down below. Even click the join button because it will definitely help us out. It's like a monthly $4 thing or something, so
Guys, $4 a month, it really helps us out. We try and keep you, up to date with the latest on what's happening in crypto. So we really appreciate your support. If you can do that, it would help us out a lot. Anyways, guys, we're in the court hearing. It's official. We're holding one of those 4,000 spots that have all filled up for XRP for this lawsuit against Ripple. So 4,000 spots were opened up today, and all 4,000 have officially filled up. So good job to the XRP community. We're just waiting right now on Judge Netburn to introduce their case. There was a bit of a technical difficulty with some of the defendant lawyers getting in. But those are in the process of being fixed as we speak. Okay, so very good. We're heading. We're going to be starting any minute now. We're 8 minutes past the official timing. 8 minutes past it. Is that right? It was 3 Eastern Standard Time. Crypto. Hello. Yeah, we're 8 minutes past the official starting time for this court hearing. But guys, we're still. Yeah. So 8 minutes. 8 minutes there from the starting time. But guys, we're about to. It sounds like the judge is getting ready right now to introduce the session. I know you guys are excited. Yeah, 8 minutes for lawyer costs for XRP is probably like $100,000. Crypto, are you here with us as well? It looks like we're just waiting on the phone lines right now for the judge to introduce this court hearing. We're going to be hearing the discovery and really finding out what happens with XRP for this next stage. This, like I said before, this could be the biggest discovery hearing that we have had up to this point. No, it was supposed to start at 3 Eastern Standard Time. It's right now 3:09 Eastern Standard Time.
All right, guys. So now they're introducing both sides. We're getting the judges. We got Greg Rothway, I think, to defend on the Ripple Labs team.
Okay, court is in session, guys. Officially, now the lawyers are introducing themselves. We're starting. Is it the SEC team? It looks like that we're starting with.
On behalf of Mr. Larson.
Oh no, a Ripple team that we're starting with.
Marty Thumanbell is going to speak on behalf of Larson. Chris Larson. Christina Guthman and I think Larson Ward. All of these three are going to be speaking on behalf of Chris Larson.
So the lawyers on behalf of Chris Larson right now are introducing themselves. We are in session officially in the court hearing. The session has begun. We're live in the court hearing right now. At this stage, the lawyers for Chris Larson are introducing themselves to the court as they are obligated to by U.S. law. They're introducing themselves one by one. So we're getting the representatives for Chris Larson to introduce themselves. Most likely you're going to hear for the lawyers for Brad Garlinghouse introduce themselves next. But right now it's Chris Larson. His lawyers are introducing themselves. Guys, I'm just repeating it because I know there's some new people that are coming in. So, it's just the lawyer introducing themselves right now. So the lawyers for Chris Garlinghouse, for Larson, they're introducing themselves. It's still just the lawyers introducing it. But we are officially in session. The court hearing, the discovery hearing has officially started, guys. We are live. We are live right now from inside the court. If you've not clicked that like button, please click that like button. Keep an eye on the XRP action right now. The prices are probably going to reflect statement by statement. So
basically, they're reminding that you are not allowed to rebroadcast the re-record. They do have a special recorder that they have to record the live stream, but nobody else is allowed to record the rebroadcast.
So there's serious punishments if you record or submit those recordings live. That's why we're doing a summary for you guys as we are hearing it. So right now, obviously, you know that you're not allowed to record it. You're not allowed to play it live. And this is the best way to get this, information to you the latest. So we're going to be summarizing as we hear it live. 4,000 lines completely full, guys. No more access. 4,000 lines that were opened up. And they just reported it about 3 hours ago that they had 4,000 lines, and they sent out the info, and we're already at max. So more maxed out the 4,000 lines. So good job, XRP community.
All right. So currently at this exact time, basically she's saying that the whole the reason for this court hearing is because it's a disposition to quash the William H. Hinman subpoena, and that she has both letters for the opposition and the disposition on her table, in which Ripple and the SEC put in the paperwork. She has them both, and now she's just trying to hear both sides.
So we're gonna probably, I'm just gonna answer travelers, boys. We're probably gonna hear of a decision at the end of the discovery hearing, most likely. I can't make any promises, but most likely, yeah. So this, they're talking about what is this discovery hearing all about? This discovery hearing is about Hinman and basically questioning him about whether she wants to allow it or not. So this is what this discovery hearing. Guys, if you've not clicked that like button, please click that like button. If you're not subscribed, please click subscribe. It really helps me out.
So currently, right now, she's discussing the fact that government officials are people, especially government officials that testify against something, should be able to publicly answer to the community, because you're testifying against something, and if you just run away from it, then as a public official, you're supposed to be, transparent with the public. You're not allowed to be hiding things. Now, if you decide to come and run away from questions or things that you're trying to ask and, debate and say, why am I asking this? Especially since you testified against something that affects the public, you should be able to, no matter what, or should have to testify. It shouldn't be something that's optional, especially since you were a government official that testified in the past.
This is the lawyer for the Ripple team saying that.
Yes.
Okay, we're in the court hearing now. There's discussions between the Ripple's team lawyer is bringing forward his points as to why he believes Hinman should be questioned. I can reiterate what he stated there in his argument. There is that because you're a government official, you always should be, if there is something that's in relevance to you, there is the right to question you, especially that you were involved in some way or another in this era or this type of case. So he was involved in crypto, so he has they have the right to question him as a public official about crypto.
Now the SEC saying that if William H. Hinman is allowed to be dispositioned, then you're going to open up basically all the other courts and all the other people that are trying to, argue and are in the court system with the SEC are going to now want to disposition all of their officials. So now they're saying that, in previous cases, Hinman has not been, or any other previous SEC lawyer that had left the SEC has not been dispositioned. So why should he have been? So why should Hinman be dispositioned now?
So the SEC basically summarize it for you guys is saying that if you're gonna question Hinman, then potentially in the future you're gonna want to question every single SEC official, which is not fair, and they're saying is not fair, and it would really impede on them doing their jobs correctly. I mean, they keep using the same argument over and over again. It's annoying.
Now the SEC lawyer is referring back to a case that Judge Netburn had actually dealt with, and talking about the disposition that Judge Netburn was trying to do during the previous case that she was holding. So now she's saying that in in the previous case for Judge Natburn, which was the case that she was holding, that she, as I think she was the opposition lawyer at that time, she cited that the only way that the actual judge would allow her to do that is if there was no, I think she said, abusive. I'm not sure the exact word.
Abuse of power.
Yeah, no, in which basically it would be dealt in a way that the public would not belittle the lawyer or the person that was getting subpoenaed. And she's saying in this case that if Judge Netburn allows this subpoena to come across, then you're gonna have so many lawyers and so many of the public to start belittling William Hinman, and that would be basically one of the things that
so they're trying to protect
their occur because of the discrimination, the harassment that William Hinman might get from getting subpoenaed.
Wow. So do you protect him just so he doesn't get harassed? You go through a court. That's sad. It's actually sad that that's the way that they're thinking. So just so he doesn't get harassed, we may get the SEC saying we shouldn't subpoena him because he might get harassed. That's their arguing point, the SEC's. To this point, till now, the SEC's argument that we shouldn't subpoena him because he might get harassed. So what about everybody else that got harassed by the SEC?
He also says that it will cause a huge deterrent for officials to do their job as being part of the SEC because they'd be scared of getting dispositioned or subpoenaed.
Why would you be scared if you did something, you didn't do anything wrong? They should be scared if they did something wrong. Oh. I hope the judge sees through this.
Now Ripple says they're asking the SEC, why do you think it'd be inappropriate to not allow Hinman to actually go ahead and subpoena him? Because a lot of the things that they said that they're going to be mentioning are going to be things that he already publicly said that were already said. Some of the things were already said during his speech in 2018. So why is he scared to get subpoenaed for something that he already said publicly?
He would have got harassed anyways. If that actually makes lots of sense. He would have been harassed before. So what difference does it make? He said it publicly and he was going to be harassed.
And
guys, click that like button.
That interfere in the work of the SEC?
What? He doesn't work for the SEC anymore. How would that interfere? Man, the SEC is really... Guys, click that like button if you haven't. Man, they're not making any sense.
The SEC is now saying that, yeah, let's talk about the generality of the SEC. Okay, now the SEC is saying that, yeah, a speech is a speech. So you basically can't, it's not something that, you know, the SEC 100% is
responsible
kind of verified upon.
So nobody within the SEC represents the SEC. This makes absolutely... How can the SEC use these as argument points? Nobody within the SEC represents the SEC. What a joke. Guys, please click that like button. We should be at 400 likes at least. If you can do that, I'd really appreciate it.
Saying that she would like to focus on the 2018 speech by Hinman, and she said that I would like to know more about the speech he gave it on behalf, but also officially, because he was speaking on behalf of the SEC at that time, she's saying.
So the judge now wants to find out a little bit about that speech. I hope she watched it. You wouldn't want you to find out too much.
Now the SEC actually, or the judge interrupted the SEC. The SEC also says that at the time of the speech, the SEC had not given any position on cryptocurrency.
Well, who's the SEC? That's what I don't get. They keep saying they didn't, but every single time one of their members says something, they say, well, you know what, he doesn't represent us. Then who's the SEC?
So they're saying that we filed the paperwork after the law, after the speech. So it doesn't really determine anything because we filed it after. So our opinion kind of, his opinion is different than kind of what they... Basically, in short, they're trying to use the speech as a way to kind of say that, yeah, it wasn't our opinion, and we changed our opinion after that. Like, we weren't discussing crypto, and we didn't deal with crypto that much, and then later on we decided that, you know what, yeah, no, now we're gonna decide to put our opinion in crypto, and now we're gonna... Yeah, and they're saying that each SEC official reflects his own views and not the actual SEC's views.
Who represents the SEC if every SEC official doesn't represent his own views?
They say that the SEC speaks through enforcement actions. It does not speak through its staff or even its commissioners.
Who triggers the enforcement actions? That's what I want to know.
Now the judge is actually asking why there was a certain case that they were discussing. Why did you cite that case for? I didn't understand. So the judge kind of doesn't understand why some cases were referenced and to what points they were defending.
SEC wants to reference anybody. They just want to reference something. They're so stupid, man. They're so screwed.
Okay. Now Ripple's gonna be able to formally speak soon.
Guys, if you've not clicked the like button, please click that like button. And if you're not subscribed, please click that subscribe button. Really helps me out. Man, they're public figures. They should be okay with being questioned. I don't get why the SEC is saying, oh, well, they fear harassment. They don't want to be harassed after their question. You made statements publicly. You knew he would have been harassed before. I don't get it.
Actually, okay, so it changed. It's actually another SEC official that's discussing right now. They're saying that a high-ranking government official should not be told to testify against anything, or should not be told to get subpoenaed under any circumstance.
Wow. If that's not corruption, I don't know what is.
And again, they're still referring back to, you know, the SEC did not made any official statements against crypto during Hinman's speech, and it wasn't the SEC's ideology. Whatever Hinman said is what Hinman said. It does not mean the SEC agrees with this point. He just stated it on his own.
Who was the we?
They're all saying that opposing a government official of the SEC is not an exceptional circumstance of getting any high-ranking government official to get subpoenaed or to have to testify under anything. They're also saying that that Ripple, by subpoenaing or getting Hinman, it does not change any information. Like the information that Ripple wants is already out public. Why do they have to subpoena the SEC or Hinman? And they're also saying that he will object. They're gonna tell, or Hinman will object if he does not feel like something is not related to the conference during the subpoena. So what's the point of bringing him in when you can just take the things that he spoke about that you want because they were supposedly said public? The judge has a question. The judge is asking, do you think the privilege policy could be invoked? Especially since Ripple could ask questions like, why do you think this and this? Or why did you say this? And then the judge is asking, do you think if they were to ask these types of questions, would you be those questions be able to get invoked? Would the policy be able allow them to get invoke that policy? So they're also saying now that when Hinman talks, William H. Hinman talks about or gets subpoenaed, it's gonna kind of allow him to, or not allow. It's gonna kind of confuse him and put him in a position where he starts to take information from other government officials, and that would kind of allow them to. I don't even know what they're doing right now. They're kind of repeating the same points over and over and over again, and trying to confuse the judge. That's what I believe. Okay, now we're officially going to the defendant side, which is the Rebel team. Make sure you guys smash that like button, guys. Please, let's get 400 likes. And subscribe to the channel. And click the join button to support. It's really hard, guys, to try and get you on time, but I'm doing it for you guys. So every like would help. Every sub would and every join button, maybe even a super chat would be amazing. Okay, so now Ripple's saying that he's not part of the government anymore. He's a former staff member. And that he would have first-hand knowledge of things related to digital assets like cryptocurrency. For example, whether some digital assets were securities or cryptocurrencies. And that they can ask him about something that is very confusing, which is his 2018 speech. What were you speaking? Who were you speaking on behalf? The speech, which was referred to as the Hinman speech, which was in June 2018. And they said that they need to depose Mr. Hinman to basically ask him, again, what was the purpose of the speech? They're all saying, the Ripple lawyers also saying that when certain officials in the government are pointing, fingers towards that case when somebody asks them, you know, for example, anything about cryptocurrency, they point a finger to that speech, kind of makes it seem as if the SEC officially speaks on behalf of the speech. So why are you pointing towards that speech if the government official or if the SEC doesn't agree with it? They want to say whether they want to ask Hinman in this disposition to ask him, was this speech on behalf of the SEC? Did the SEC tell you we agree with the speech? And if it is, then it will really highlight the importance of the speech and the exact wording of the speech. And that was kind of their way, that was the SEC's way of proving their way of mind. And if that was to happen, the SEC was to try, like, and Hinman says that, yeah, it was on behalf of the SEC, then they can actually use, again, everything in the speech, majority of the things in the speech, as evidence in the case. They're also saying that they need to disposition Hinman to understand the SEC's point of view on digital assets. It was clear that the speech was an official position. The market was asking for clarity, and Hinman was giving it to provide clarity. So now they're saying, like, again, like, we're going to just ask him these very key questions that, again, are not going to be discussing the SEC. We're going to ask him about him. What do you believe? What was the speech about? Who were you referring to? Who were you speaking on behalf of them, which is one of the most important questions. Who were you speaking on behalf of? Was it the SEC? Was it you? Was it your family? Like, they don't know. They're all saying the importance of Hinman specifically. He was the guy that was kind of like the head of that ministry. He had so many people reporting to him, in which they stated 400 people were reporting to him about cases. So he was somebody that knew a lot about the digital industry. Now this Ripple team is referring back to the case that Judge Netburn was in and asking her, well, yeah, the very, 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 very top people were referred to as high ranking, but then you had the middle people, which is the people like Hinman, in which we're talking about like the same level and status in the government. We're kind of related. We're not kind of counted as high government officials. So Hinman. So what he's saying is, yeah, government officials get some protection, but not everything. especially when it's a significant level like this. They're basically saying Hinman was not considered a high-ranking official, arguing that he was not a high-ranking official in general. Yeah, he was an official, but not a high-ranking official. And officials don't get an insane amount of protection, which they're not allowed to get subpoenaed. Officials are allowed, but they have some protection, not fully protected. And they're also saying that, subpoenaing him would not cause any type of, bad look on the Ripple the SEC, so that it wouldn't really scare away anybody that's trying to work as a government official, or it wouldn't really scare anybody in the SEC, because these are questions that we're gonna ask him that he said. But they're also saying that the speech is not the only thing that we want to ask him. We're just going to ask him things that he has first-hand knowledge of, since he is very educated in the digital world. So, guys, I'm listening in right now, trying to get at least a chunk before I tell you guys it, because I don't want to saturate it for you guys in parts. So, basically, right now, Ripple reminds the court that Hinman is a former official. He will not be distracted with functions that affect the public. And in regards to first-hand knowledge, Hinman in 2018 and 2019 had a number of discussions with market participants. Those are relevant and would deeply affect the case and the results of the case. Alright, guys. Smash the like button, please. Let's get to 500 likes. Smash the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Click the join button if you haven't. Right here, guys. Click the join button. And feel free to do a super chat. They're also saying that leading up to the that Hinman met up with an. They're also saying that, okay, prior to the speech, Hinman met up with the ETH, which is Ethereum. Okay, so prior to the speech, Hinman met up with the founder of the Ethereum Foundation, which is a huge point. And then he decided to give that speech. They said Ripple believes those and many other conversations were done that Ripple believes were done. So they want to ask him about that to confirm. And he talked about all this and he did all these discussions at a focal point in the digital market. saying that, yeah, they're trying to get information about these third parties, but they don't know who they are, so they have to ask him. And that William Hinman is the one person that he can answer that which conversations had importance, which conversations didn't have importance. And then that way they can use that information to seek further information from these third parties to get all the evidence they need for this case. So now the judge is saying to the Ripple team that if you came and asked me, there are easier ways to get information on who Ripple spoke or who Hinman spoke to rather than have to subpoena him. So I believe that the judge right now is kind of doesn't want to get Hinman subpoenaed. So Rebel's saying that leading up to speech with Hinman, met with the founders of Ethereum Foundation and Consensus People. We must ask Hinman about this. He was the focal point of these discussions. Ooh, this needs a cup of coffee, guys. I'm gonna open my Pepsi. So what the main point that right now he's saying is that the most important part and the reason why we really, really want Hinman is to know if that speech was him talking on behalf of the SEC and they're saying that they have some evidence and facts that, you know, it was somewhat linked. But that being said, they need to ask him firmly the question and see what he has to answer. And that he's going to be a significant first-hand source of knowledge, especially surrounding that speech. And whether he was talking and saying that speech on behalf of and the views of the SEC or not. Because if it is, then it would be very, very, very relevant to this case, and it would impact the result of this case even long term. And if after the speech he said at any point that it was not the views of the agency and it was not the views of the SEC. And if the speech was on behalf of the SEC, it would then be information basically after the speech would be post decisions. So again, it would be like so the speech was what the SEC wanted, and then or the speech was what the SEC was discussing, and then after the speech, and then they would say like anything after the speech would be basically somebody discussing, where the government officials getting answers to basically the result of him saying that. So that might have changed his opinion. Guys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. This is really hard, guys. That's why I might be doing a bit of a mistake here and there. But yeah, make sure you hit that like button. Please subscribe to my channel and click the join button. And that they're saying that the funny part is that the agency is basically not giving their clear, firm view on anything. And that the SEC right now is claiming that they still have not made a decision on anything related to cryptocurrency. He's also saying that in the SEC's letter, now they're referring back to something in the letter. So now they're talking about the uniqueness of this case. So Ripple, basically, this is a bit of a summary for what happened. Hinman is uniquely positioned now to clarify if the speech was official or not, and how the speech was viewed by the crypto sector after the speech. Guys, let's hit 500 likes, please. Everybody do your part. Smash the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Smash that join button. Now they're using examples from the past. And that they have a very legitimate basis for Hinman about what you learned during, obviously, during his years at work. And what was he what is his main responsibility? Was he supposed to be the guy that kind of says the views of the SEC? Because what happened was he caused a very vast confusion. People didn't know what the SEC was trying to say, and basically started to use his words, since he was basically the guy that was always speaking on behalf of the SEC, and the SEC has commonly, used his words as something that was firm. Okay, now speaking on behalf of Mr. Larson. Now he's trying to point out the obvious inconsistency of the SEC's argument. So now they're saying that the speech reflected his own views. And then the SEC's position is that, now they're saying that the SEC still has not declared their position on Ethereum and Bitcoin, if there are not securities. And that they need to ask him what he stated, because the SEC is saying now he speaks his own words, and that, we still, even to this day, we don't know Ethereum and Bitcoin are securities, even though he stated that they were cryptocurrencies and they're not securities. And that the SEC is clearly taking an improper position. again, I really like his point right there. There is so much inconsistency with the SEC, it's not even a joke. So she's asking, the judge is asking, if she were to accept this disposition, is it still going on Monday? The SEC is saying that they would need some time. They need some time. But yeah, that both parties have agreed on Monday if a disposition was to be accepted. And that defendants are prepared to take his deposition. And that they've already assured it. Yo guys, if this disposition actually takes place, oh my god, I need to see so many rocket ships in the chat. I don't know, it's like in between now. So the judge is asking, when are you guys planning to do the disposition if I accept it? But why would you ask that question? Now the SEC is talking again. So now the Ripple SC team is saying that they want to depose William Hinman and go through questioning. About his communication with agency officials. And then they want to bring the record to the judge. And then they're thinking of disposing him again.
XRP's officially crossed 60 cents. We're at 60.2 cents with this case going on. We've went up from 58 cents, so about 2 cents up.
SC is now saying that the more appropriate situation is to litigate rather than to go ahead and, disposition William Hinman. So now they're trying to basically tell the judge that, with the motion to strike outstanding and with a lot of motions still outstanding, they want to disposition him rather than going to you and filing a letter. And then if you agree, then they can disposition him. Then they can. Because the SEC believes that it's not relevant what Mr. William Hinman discussions with other cryptocurrencies really matters, or with other agencies that are in the cryptocurrency market matters. Yes, there are two crypto geeks. And that there's no reason that this disposition be made right now on the record. Judge interrupts! Oh my god, this is like the second interruption. And they're just saying the case you raised was like 11 or 12 years old. That in the case that the SEC used, the disposition happened. So why are you... So a case you referenced had a disposition, and that disposition was accepted. So why are you now arguing that you're not allowed to, like, we're not allowed to, like, that you don't want you to get disposition, even though the case you referred to in a different point had one official that was dispositioned? Yo, this is actually crazy, guys. This is actually crazy. Please smash that like button. I want everybody right now to smash that like button. Everybody right now. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. And, okay, now that just tells her you can keep on going. And now she's saying that Ripple already has that information, and that there are other ways to get this information rather than to disposition one of a government official. And that there's no basis that we don't know about their conversation. And then, and that these third party cases in which Hinman was talking to couldn't just be like discussed with the judge rather than having the Ripple team subpoena or disposition.
You know what's crazy is now they're changing their position from not wanting him questioned at all to now just wanting him questioned in private. It's crazy. Very, very crazy.
So basically, they're saying a lot of things are irrelevant. Like, it's not relevant. That's their kind of getaway from this whole disposition. A lot of the things that Ripple wants are irrelevant. And that questions about the disposition of Hinman. The Hinman's talks with third parties. Ripple basically said that there could be talks between them about XRP. So that's why I wanted to disposition him as well. But that's still not an exceptional circumstance to get to disposition a government official.
Deposition.
Chris Larson defendants coming back and talking.
Everyone is mad at you for not saying deposition instead of disposition.
What?
You said disposition instead of deposition.
Okay, disposition.
Everybody's like deposition. Say it 3 times so we know that you know it for sure.
Just saying that a huge highlight is that he met with the founder of Ether a week before his speech. And that he should answer these questions. What was he told about Ethereum? Because these are some key questions that he should need to answer. Especially since, the SEC is saying that the speech doesn't reflect their ideology, but at the same time, he's speaking on behalf of himself, even though the SEC still, the SEC doesn't deny his speech. They still on their website say that we still don't understand Ether or Bitcoin. So why is a government official speaking on behalf of himself?
And really, if they don't understand Ether or Bitcoin, they suddenly understand XRP and nothing else.
Okay, there was another interruption to the SEC. Okay, now the SEC's talking. So they're saying that the SEC, Ripple knows who Hinman was talking to. So why did they have to depose Hinman? Disposition. Oh my god, I keep saying disposition.
Deposition. Da position.
Yeah, deposition.
It's okay, you're doing a good job. Guys, everybody give him a thumbs up. He's doing a good job.
And again,
Thumbs up.
saying a speech is a speech. It doesn't matter what he says, because the speech is a speech. It's not reflecting SEC's ideology. Ripple wants to do follow-up after the deposition. Since there is basically an August 3rd, I don't remember, an August something deadline. A date in August, that's their deadline. But they don't want to do 2 depositions, because basically SEC was saying that, they're trying to do a follow-up. They want to do this deposition, then they want to do another deposition to follow up, and so he's just clarifying that no, we just want to do this deposition. And okay, so basically, they're saying that the SEC wants a lot more time, and we don't need it. So it's fine if you want to, shorten the time, because we don't need it. It's the SEC wants the time, right? So we should be allowed to basically do what. And if you decide that, what, the SEC doesn't need the time, or because basically the SEC lawyer was constantly arguing that they want to do a follow-up deposition, they want to do this and they want to do that. So she was kind of using the argument that they're trying to delay. And so what he said is, I wasn't going to mention this at the start, but since the SEC lawyer keeps on bringing it up that we're going to try and do this and kind of delay, we don't even need all this time. You can give us less time and we'd be perfectly fine, because we don't need this. This is because the SEC wants the extra time. So we want to do this, but we don't need it.
Yeah, the deadline for end of discovery is August 31st.
Okay, the judge is going to rule in part.
Oh my God, ruling.
She's going to say that Hinman was a high-ranking official.
She's ruling right now?
Yeah. So she's going to rule him as a high-ranking official, which means...
Oh my God. He can't be deposed if he's not a high-ranking official, by the way. So this is good. He can't be deposed if he's not a high-ranking official. He needs to be a high-ranking official. So this is good if she's saying he's a high-ranking official.
I'm trying to see. She's giving it in part, so let's see. So a high-ranking official is not too good. So she's saying this case is unique. And that even if he gets this position, this is not a future case. So the SC can't argue basically that other cases are going to try and use this case to disposition everybody else, because this is a unique case and it can't be used. He's getting disposed. He's getting disposition. He's getting deposition. We got him. We got him. Guys, we got him. He's going to be a high-ranking official that's going to get dispositioned. Yo, guys. That's a win. That's a win. That's a win. Get some rocket chips. We won this freaking disposition, guys. Oh my God. It's going to be Monday. Monday is the disposition, guys. I need everybody to smash the like button, guys. I need some rocket chips. I need to smash the like button. Oh my God. We won this discovery hearing. We won this discovery hearing. Yo. Click the join button, guys. I'm gonna post it. Click the join button if you want to get the latest emotion. Yo, I'm actually hyped. Who's hyped here with me? Who's hyped here with me? Yo. Okay, there she's. Okay, wait. She's talking. She said, okay, we can go forward with the disposition on Monday, or, and then the parties can come back to her if they like. Okay, guys. Yo, she said she believes she wants the parties to do. Okay, so she's trying to kind of hint at them, do a settlement. She said, okay, this is what we'll do. They're gonna do a disposition or disposition, and she's saying that she would love if both of them try and just like relieve it on their own. Oh my God, guys. Because they're both, she said, because both sides want to finish the case. So, oh my God, guys. Okay, she's saying she hopes the parties have a conversation tomorrow on how they would like to proceed. Guys, she's trying to tell them. Guys, she wants him to settle. I'm telling you, she wants him to settle. I think, oh my God, I think she believes that this whole lawsuit's not in favor of the SEC. So she doesn't want him to lose. The party's gonna meet today. Oh my God, guys. Okay, this is what they're gonna do. I'll tell you guys. The call's about to finish. Just wait. Everybody sit in your seat tight. There's some key important information that I want to say it all together. Click the join button, guys. I did post it. Click the join button. Link is also in the description. It would help me out, and it would just be absolutely amazing. Hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. Oh my God, guys. Wait. Stay in your seats. I promise you don't want to miss this out. Just let me wait until the call is done because it's about to finish. Okay. So basically they're saying that the SEC, no way. Oh my God, the SEC did not give Ripple anything still, even after 2 rulings. So now the judges are complaining to Ripple's complaining to the judge that after you ruled twice, there's still not one single internal memo that we got. That they keep on attempting in the utmost good faith. Constantly, and the SEC has not even provided one single internal memo. And that, in the law, you're not allowed to do that, especially after the judge said that they're withholding every part out of every single internal memorandum memo. And that, okay, so basically they're saying that you ordered SEC to provide internal memos, and they didn't give us not a single one. You ordered them twice. And they're not planning to give us any after speaking to them constantly. Oh my God, guys. So she said, she's telling the judge that I just want you to be aware that there are already multiple efforts by Ripple to try and bring the SEC into talks about this, and they constantly are delaying and are constantly not giving us anything. Even if you order it, they plan on not giving it. And she's saying, hopefully after they hear this, they'll come around and start. And that, oh my God. And she's saying that if they still don't give it up, then they should expect that, you know, we're going to come back and we're going to keep on depositioning different people if you don't give us this paperwork too, not just Hinman. And so now the SEC is trying to reply and say, no, we disagree with everything. So now SEC is saying, no, we're going to give it to them still. We're trying to give it all together. Okay, now she's saying that she wants them, both SEC and Ripple, to sit down and to address both of these things. For internal memos and the Hinman. And that way when they're done with all this, they send one big letter to the judge. And that she's going to leave that to the parties for this evening, and then she wants a letter tomorrow afternoon. Okay, Kulis Roshan's defendant's talking now, lawyer. He's saying the problem is that they can ask so nice thing. So they're saying if the SEC's conversation is the SEC saying see, what they're saying is that they're trying to ask Hinman, right, questions, but they're still not allowed to ask questions about the third parties. Then what? How can they ask him? Oh my God, guys, this is like another hearing. So basically they're saying so there's okay, so what they're saying is, so basically what he was saying is, how can we ask William Hinman questions about his third parties, but basically not be allowed to know information about the discussion. So we can ask him who, which we already know, but we're not allowed to know what he discussed. So what's the point of even asking him? What's the point of all of this? He's saying basically, I believe that you should rule on this now, that either we're allowed or not allowed, because she basically is not giving a real rule. What the judge is saying, though, is honestly, I'm not authorizing this whole disposition because of the third parties. If it was, I would have declined it. But I'm authorizing it because of his 2018 speech. They're saying, yeah, some of these questions are relevant to the 2018 speech. Like him meeting up with the Ethereum founder a week before speech. Guys, this is like a second hearing in a hearing. She said, okay, just send me a letter basically. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to read everything and I'm going to hear about it and then I'll decide. Okay, guys, this is a win. Okay, let me tell you guys exactly what happened. Basically, disposition Monday. Let's go. But the catch to this disposition is that they're not allowed to ask questions about any third parties. So, for example, they're not allowed to ask him, what discussions did you make with a third party? They can ask him about his speech. They can ask him about everything. Guys, it's a win. It's a win. It's a win. Give me some freaking rockets inside, boys. Give me some rockets. We won the disposition. We won the disposition. Let's go. Rockets, guys. We won. Deposition. Everybody's saying deposition. Oh my God. I keep saying disposition. It's deposition. Deposition, guys, is Monday. We won this, guys. Like, let me tell you what's going to happen next. Basically, they're going to go and bring him into court and tell him, listen, you made the speech on Ethereum, right? You said that, you are speaking on behalf of people. You said we agree and we think Ethereum is a security. Who are you speaking on behalf of? Because clearly the SEC says that they do not agree with you. And so he's gonna say, you know what, guys? I admit, I'm sorry. I am believing that XRP is a cryptocurrency, and boom, the loss is done. I'm kidding. That's not what's gonna happen. But guys, it's gonna be amazing. Honestly, I'm excited. We won this by a long shot, guys. We won this by a long shot. What's going to happen is today they're going to discuss. And you know what's the funny part? Let me tell you guys this as well. The judge said it clear. You know what she said? She said, listen, I'm going to accept this. Right? I'm going to accept this, he said. Or she said. But at the same time, she said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to recommend both sides meet and confer. Because she's basically trying to tell the SEC, listen, you're a government official. You're a government agency, and I am a government official. I don't want you guys to look bad because you guys are clearly on, the losing end here. Finish and settle. Do what you guys need to do because I can't hold this for long. Guys, oh my God, guys. All right, guys, I want everybody to smash the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. If you want to join, click the join button. It definitely helps me out. And you get the latest news as it comes out. It is currently in the comment section and the description. The deposition, guys, is going to be major. And you know what's funny? Everything is so fast. Monday, we get the deposition. Tomorrow afternoon, we're going to get a letter. We're going to get a letter. Monday's the deposition. And then boom, guys, we get to see basically a major answer. Guys, oh my God, I'm excited. Who else is excited? I told you guys we're going to win, right? Didn't I tell you guys we're all going to win? I said we are going to win this by a long shot. So guys, if you guys would like to click the join button, super chats are now available in the comment section. And I'll answer any questions you guys have, so feel free to drop your questions. Let's go. What's the letter for? Basically, the letter is going to send back is going to basically go over exactly what points they are or they want. Because right now, she didn't make any clear ruling. She said basically you can ask questions on the speech. But you're not, she didn't say you're not allowed, but just the speech. She didn't say you're not allowed to ask questions about third parties. So what basically he was asking, Larson's lawyer, was saying that there are some things that are linked to the speech that were done with third parties. So can we ask about that? And so what she said is, I'm not going to give a clear ruling. I'm not going to say you're not allowed or you're allowed. But talk to, the SEC team and then send me a letter together about what they say and what happens exactly. Because she wants to know. Guys, and honestly, Basically, in that letter also is gonna be discussions where basically she's gonna or any discussions that discuss settlements or anything related to that between both parties are gonna be sent to her. Basically everything. Guys, daily brief videos tonight. Got to listen. I'm going to be making a video today summarizing exactly what happened in the SEC vs. Ripple lawsuit. It's going to be gigantic. So I want everybody also to go ahead, subscribe to my channel. That's great news, guys. We are going to win this lawsuit. I don't know. We are going to win this. I'm telling you there's going to be a settlement. I felt it. I told you guys in the next few weeks, I believe there's going to be a settlement. Because if there isn't, clearly, guys, the SEC is out of the way. And let's see if we can actually bring my, or this analyst to see what he thinks about the results for the SEC. Versus Ripple. Let's see. I'm gonna send him a quick message to see what he thinks. Maybe he's busy because he definitely has some work. Thanks for answering the questions. No problems, guys. Please hit that subscribe button, like the stream. If you want to just haven't won anything, we have one, guys. We have one. If you want to click that join button, the link is in the description. Join the Discord, guys. Join the Discord here. I'll drop the link in right here. I'll drop the link right here, guys. Let's see if I can post it. All right, here he is.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for everybody that's joined in this awesome live stream where we had a lot of major updates. So, what is the result of what has happened in this live stream today? Well, we got what we wanted. Hinman will be deposed. It's official. So we're going to get all the answers we were looking to get from Hinman. Great props for XRP holders. Great props for Ripple. And we're looking like the judge is offering the SEC a final opportunity to settle this case before she really gets upset. Now there's a part I missed, and maybe I'll get some answers from Crypto Geek Jr. here as to what her decision or what was her thoughts on the SEC not handing over any documents as of yet to Ripple. Those documents that she's ordered from the SEC numerous times. So we'll get a bit of an update from Crypto Geek New Jr. on reference to that as to what her decision for that was.
All right, guys. So in terms of that, I told you guys at the time, basically the Ripple team was saying that, Judge, even though you ordered multiple times for us to get internal memos, and they even set a deadline of July 2nd. Nothing, not even one single internal memo has actually arrived to their hand. And so the judge ended up replying and saying, you are sending a letter today evening. We want you guys to confirm and discuss this evening, and then send us one giant letter talking about anything the SEC has not done, what you guys discussed, and what the reply was from the SEC. So we're basically going to get one compact message and then one major reply to see what the judge wants to do. And that's all going to be happening today evening. The letter will arrive tomorrow morning.
Oh, that's huge. This letter is going to be a big price changer for XRP. And it's obviously a positive price changer. So I'm not giving any financial advice, but really I expect a big spike in XRP price overnight tonight, before tomorrow morning, and that letter is released. And then based on that letter, we will see how high XRP will fly. I like the way that sounds. How high XRP will fly. We'll see that tomorrow morning. But I think overnight we're going to see XRP really grow significantly. And this is a ginormous win for XRP. Guys, let's be excited. Show some support for XRP. Guys, if you really want to help me out, how long have we been streaming for? Like almost three and a half, getting close to 3.5 hours. Please click that join button. It helps me out. If you want to buy me a drink, you have that option to buy a super chat. That would be nice, and offer me a nice cup of coffee. That would be very nice of you. And if you're not a subscriber, guys, please click that subscribe button. I'm super excited. Today we officially crossed the 6,000 subscriber mark, which is super exciting, and I am super appreciative of all of you guys and all of your support in helping me reach this very important, very big milestone. So thank you all for that. I know the Discord is in the chat, guys. Join the Discord. I'm going to be super active on the Discord. So if you have any questions for me, or if you have any advice, or if you have any feedback or anything that you want to talk to me about, join the Discord. Let's have a big XRP community. We're gonna be a community of millionaires maybe someday soon, hopefully. So join there. And my Twitter is Crypto Geek News.
It's not letting me.
Guys,
It's in the description.
it's in the description. Everything is in the description. Again, a very positive day for XRP. Expect a video in the next little while as to a formal update summary of what happened today. But again, for everybody that's in live right now, big win for XRP. Hinman is going to be deposed. Fifth on half the question. Hinman is going to be deposed officially by Ripple for this hearing. Now, how he chooses to respond is yet to be found out. The judge has been made aware that XRP as a Ripple has not received a single document from the SEC. Imagine XRP or Ripple is doing all of this damage to SEC without receiving a single document from the SEC. They've made that clear to the judge, and the judge has told them to need to meet and confirm a final time and submit a document by tonight as to what this meeting and confirming has resulted in. And she's gonna release a document tomorrow. Big news. Again, I expect a big spike in the price as a result, and you're seeing already XRP begin to move in the right direction, and it's looking like it's moving much better than any of the other cryptocurrencies as far as I can see right now. So good. A huge shout out, I know, from myself, and I'm sure from all of you, to Crypto Geek and Junior. He's done an outstanding job today in relaying what's happening in the court case. I know some people may think that's an easy task. It's quite a difficult task to hear in one ear and try to relay the information in a helpful and clear way, hearing it second by second. But he's done an outstanding job, so thank you very much for that. Guys, support him by clicking that subscribe button. And again, if you want to click that join button, I know it's $5, but $5 and $5 adds up, and it helps motivate us to continue to create content and videos for you guys. Let's join in that Discord and keep up the good work. We're going to be doing live streams relatively consistently moving forward. We really enjoy them, and the interaction is very nice, and you guys have been very supportive throughout this whole thing. So 60 cents, about getting close to 61 cents, the price of XRP right now. Well, I've been streaming for about 3.5 hours, and we really hope you guys enjoy this. Yeah, let's hope we all retire. Let's hope we all retire very soon.
Crazy because the official hearing actually had ended, and that was when a lot of other points started to get brought up, like this internal memos where they didn't get. We also got Chris Larson's lawyer come out and say, Judge, well, you did say that we're not allowed to discuss third parties and the conversations that Hinman decided to talk with a lot of the other firms, but that's a key point in our deposition. And so if you can make a ruling now about that, that would be way better. He also stated that there are some conversations that were linked to the speech, which the deposition was supposed to be authorized upon the speech. So what she ended up replying to that was, the deal here is that you're going to go and discuss with the SEC and let me know what you guys discuss. Send me in that letter, and then I'll see what I want to decide on that. So it's going to be one giant letter that she's going to get on, I think, tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and not only that, although it's a giant letter, it's a giant letter filled with very, very yummy. I'm not gonna say juicy, because every time I say juicy, everybody's like, "You're crypto? Oh, it's dusty! It's dusty!" No, I'm not dusty. But so with some yummy information that we're all going to want to hear, I'm gonna upload you guys. At the moment I see this document, you can probably bet under half hour that will be out. We'll have a video. So make sure your notifications are on. Again, if you're not a subscriber, please click that subscribe button. It really helps support us, helps this channel going, helps with the YouTube algorithm. You're doing us a lot of good. I know some people can't afford the join button. Don't you worry about it. You're a subscriber, and I appreciate that in itself is big support to me. So thank you for that. Now, if you can, if you're one that can afford whatever $4 or $5 a month, I think it is, we would be very, very grateful as well. But you know, as long as you guys find this information helpful and you're enjoying the content and you're subscribed and you're watching the videos, we are happy and satisfied. So thank you for that. But again, if the Discord link is in the chat, let's create this biggest Discord ever in for XRP and for crypto as a whole. So please join the Discord.
The latest news as well.
And yeah, we'll be posting the latest news and latest videos and everything in there. And share it with your friends and anybody that you know, with your mom if she's into crypto, or your siblings and friends and everybody that you know you want to hear what's going on. So thank you guys for being here. I know I sound like, I don't know why I sound like him. It's not necessarily a bad thing. And maybe I'm trying to plan to do like a live stream duo with Dusty, but he doesn't want to answer for some weird reason.
Tag him on Twitter, guys.
Tag Dusty on Twitter. Tell him we should do a duo, like me and him talk about XRP. Yeah, like Dusty, fake Dusty and real Dusty, do a duo live stream. It would be nice. I think I'm actually curious to see his views on some things. So, but he needs to respond somehow. All right, guys. So I'm gonna leave you with Crypto Geek Crypto Geek Junior for now, and see how long he wants to continue streaming, or if he's tired. I know he's done a lot of work today, so you know, very grateful for that. And I'll leave you with that, guys. Thank you again. Much appreciated for you joining the live stream today, Crypto Geek Crypto Geek family, and appreciate all you crypto geeks.
All right, guys. Let's see if there's anything new. We'll go ahead and get right into that. If not, then we'll probably end off the day like that as well. Let's see what's on Twitter today. What's happening? By the way, guys, just to let you guys know, currently in our poll, we got, you know, there's 87% of you guys that got the answer correct for today's live stream and today's telephonic conference. What is going to be the result of the lawsuit hearing today? With 87 people saying judge is going to agree with Ripple, and 13% of people saying the judge is going to agree with the SEC. Well, the 87% of you have won. What are your opinion on when all this nonsense is going to come to the close? Well, so the fair notice hearing is going to end in August, which means that's going to be the end of discovery. Once that happens, the result of the fair notice hearing is going to determine realistically, the result of this lawsuit. So I personally believe August, so the end of August. But like in terms of when it's gonna actually close in for the lawsuit, I'm not talking about possible settlements. I'm talking about the lawsuit is going to be October is when you'll finally done. Now, what I believe there was a settlement's gonna happen, which means we're gonna get something very soon. I believe in the next few weeks, maybe mid-August, guys, is when we'll probably finalize on a lawsuit. Or not on a lawsuit, on a settlement. And that will basically be the end of the lawsuit. We'll go ahead and see a win for all of our XRP. The sky is going to fly with XRP. And that's going to be it, guys. It's going to be a really exciting time. So yeah, very soon, as Noel says. See ya, thanks. No problem, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this live stream. Let's see if there's anything new, though. So it says, Hinman's disposition authorized but may be delayed for a brief period after a meet and confer regarding deliberation process privilege. The response is due tomorrow, and it's going to be all about the Hinman speech. So that's going to be it, guys. If you guys want to go ahead and smash that like button, please subscribe to the channel and comment your thoughts down below. Also, guys, let's see. I did post a quick video. If you guys want to just go ahead to this video, smash the like button. Actually, you know what? It's fine. Change the plan. The court hearing is currently done, so I'm going to be taking off one of these videos. But yeah, join the Discord, guys. Smash the like button. Follow me on Twitter, Crypto Geek News, so you guys get the latest news. Maybe even 10K. I'm spending almost every extra I make on XRP right now, guys. Yeah, I know. A lot of people are doing the same. Alright, guys, so I got to go jump off right now very quickly. You know why? Because I got to go ahead and make that video for you guys. You know, the formal video talking about the results, what's going to be happening next, and it's one video that you do not want to miss. I'm very tired. Probably going to go ahead and grab a coffee or something and then come back to edit for you guys. So again, make sure you smash the like button. Smash the... We need one more person to like the video, okay, guys? Because I want to get 500 likes. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this live stream. Feel free to tune in anytime. And Crypto Geek out.